I just wanted to pop on. It's snowy out. I didn't know it was supposed to snow this afternoon, so I'm all like hunkered down at home now. So chat with me. Talk to mommy. If you have any relationship questions or anything at all, just talk to mommy. There was a bunch of like serious streams earlier I was watching. And I was like, oh shit. It's serious out there today. So we need some dumb shit. I don't know if, oh, and you know what's really sad? Well, it's sad that Meatloaf died. But Louis Anderson died as well. He was only 68. Ugh, that's sad Louis Anderson died. But he would always talk about, like, he knew his health was always, when you're big like that, he knew. He just struggled with it all his life. I remember hearing a really good interview with him. What was that on? What was I even listening to then? I don't even know, but I heard a great, with 8 degrees. Oh, it's not that cold here, Vintage. I think it's snowing, but it's not 8 degrees. That's chilly though. I should have went and got more wood, but whatever. I can get it later. I'll go out and walk. It's 33 here. That's not bad. It gets much colder by you. What was I looking at? Oh, how did he die? How did Louis Anderson die? Probably a heart attack, right? Yeah, 33 is not bad. It's not like iced over either. We had an ice storm earlier, which we don't normally have, but we had a cancer. Okay. Poor Louis Anderson. He is fucking funny. I would love Louis Anderson. That was a bummy. I'll have to figure out what I was listening to when he was on. Maybe it was an old Joe Rogan or something. That could be it. Hi, Benny. We're getting snow here. I don't know if you're getting snow out that way. Sounds like closer to the Great Lakes. They've been getting a good amount of snow. I don't know if you guys ever got some a little further south, but so anyways, how is everybody? No snow in Wisco. There's someone, I don't know if you follow Post Ashley. She's up in the UP, but they were getting spanked the last couple of days. She kept posting all these, it's beautiful snow up there, of course. And I guess it's pretty here today. It's like perfect snow. I didn't even know it was going to snow. I was going to go run errands, and then I was like, no, I don't want to go. I have a perfectly fine snow car, and I'm perfectly fine driving in the snow. But if any excuse to not go out, I'm going to take it. What else happened today? In Idaho. It is upper Wisconsin, Benny. It's very beautiful. I love all of that area. It's so fun. People don't understand, but it's good too because, it's busy up there. A lot of people moving up there, but it's still not like filling in like other places are. It's colder than a whale digger's ass in Idaho. Where are you, Escape? I need to explore the Upe. I need to go to the Upe, explore it more. Since I'll be in Wisconsin more. Mississippi. So it's not that cold. How cold is it in Mississippi that makes it that cold? It's like 50. I guess if it's cold, it's like a lot for you guys. Ashland, yeah. It's so nice up there. It's just all nice. The nice thing about like where my parents have property in North Wisconsin, it's kind of like definitely redneck area where everyone just fucking, you don't mess with people. They literally shoot bears from the road. they shoot bears from the road. Oh yeah, it is in a dry cold, that's for sure. I guess if it's cold down there, you guys get the humid cold. So what? And in Wisconsin, you get the humid cold in Wisconsin too. Colorado don't got the humid cold. I'm gonna look on the map where Ashland is really quick. Probably not far, right? So you got Mississippi, Wisconsin. Where's everyone else from? Got the whole country. Got everyone checking in from all over. Wisconsin. Oh, it's right by. It's right by there. That's part of that Ashland's kind of in the same part of the same national forest where. Oh, that's partially Nicolet. This is Chekwe, Megon, Nicolet. We're in the regular Nicolet. Not far though. It would be far. Hi, Joe. Good to see you too. Connecticut. We got Connecticut, Wisconsin, Mississippi, Idaho now. Joe checking in. Is it snowing in Idaho, Joe? It's snowing in Colorado right now. I did not know it was supposed to snow. I'm looking at a map. So that's pretty close to Minnesota, or a little bit closer to Minnesota. No, he said it's as cold as somebody in Idaho, but he's down in Mississippi. I don't know if I like my lighting. Is my lighting okay for everybody? Does it look all right? It's really bright in here. A little bit of snow. That's how it is here. It's like pretty beautiful snow. I gotta work in the morning too, of course, but that's all right. Oh, so is it the insurance company, Joe, or is it Walmart? Who's fucking with it more? Is it more Walmart? That's such bullshit. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Thank you for being, like looking out for your parents and doing that, making sure they're taken care of. But fuck, this whole everything's such a scam nowadays. It's like they don't want me to like go to the hospital ever, and it's like you know how much I fucking paid into health insurance that I never fucking used. Like bullshit. Well, fuck Walmart. We should do a campaign against Walmart. They should know better. It's like, why should we even pay our fucking bills or whatever? But, well, Joe, don't actually strangle anybody, but I totally get the sentiment. We'll have to go, John. What was that movie? John Q? Where he needs a life-saving surgery for his child or something. That's what we all need to do with all this COVID stuff. Like, if they're not going to treat people who need to be treated, we need to go all John Q on their ass. Yeah, that's it. What was it for? You need a life-saving transplant, but the insurance wouldn't cover it. And so we took him hostage. I can't remember the South Park episode on Walmart, but that's good. I don't understand how Walmart can suck so bad still when they have basically the monopoly on like Walmart-esque stores. Yeah, I did see that escape. Kidney. He needed a kidney one. And even if he found someone who would live donate it, they won't let him do it. So they took him off the transplant list, and he can't even, if he could find someone to donate to him, he can't even do that. Like, ugh. Agree, Benny. I hope a lot of them go more. I already saw one doctor who is a primary care doctor, which they're not perfect either, as I found out. But I think she's in Texas, and her practice is expanding like crazy. So we need them to just leave the system. I know, like, whatever, if they do shit with their licenses, I don't care. Like, if you're a doctor who keeps up, the doctors who are licensed don't keep up with shit either. They're like fucking terrible half the time too. So I don't care. Yeah, they need to make more private hospitals and all that shit. I know. It's retarded. Everything's really retarded. I have a brother-in-law who got a liver transplant. Thank God it was before COVID shit. He's not getting vaccinated. And he had COVID and he didn't die. And he has all sorts of autoimmune issues and he didn't die because he's not an invalid and he can take care of himself and he's smart. Yep, they make everything hard. I'm wondering, I mean, I think they're going to come after the real estate licenses too at some point. But because what's interesting is in Australia, when I was talking to my Australia friends, the Australian friends, the trades, they were the ones, they made the trades people get the vaccines and stuff first to work. Whereas here, we're kind of opposite. We're like people who do actual like real work are kind of like Latin. They're not messing with us yet, or not me technically, but you know. I was only less than May because kind of the tell state to get so stupid. And what does it do? I mean, okay, you make it that much harder, and then what? The doctor doesn't suck at all? Like, come on. They can still suck. My licensed doctor never took the inhaler. They make a mess. Hi, Luke. I just talk bullshit with the chat. I'm a kind of liberty-minded chick. Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, Benny. Even my direct primary care doctor said, who he was totally cool in 2020 when I went to him, but this year in 2021 he pushed the vaccine on me, and then like he just, I love him. He's hot, but like, why? Like, I even told him, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I already had COVID, and like, why are you pushing the vaccine on me? But whatever. Like, it's so easy for people in the medical community to get compromised. Like, it's just, I don't get it. But luckily they're doing more, and they're like doing more direct primary care surgery centers, and they're trying to figure out everything. And like, we should all move to co-ops and other things. See, I still just have my direct primary care. I don't have a license. I don't have insurance right now. So if anything terrible happens, I'll just sign a DNR or something. Or they won't take care of me anyways because I'm not vaccinated. Exactly. Escape. No one puts me in the corner. Isn't that terrible, Benny? You mean your girlfriend did her own research? It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what else to say about my worldview, look. I'm all about freedom. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't hurt people. Live your life however the fuck you want to live it. Just don't hurt people. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're better, Vintage. It definitely hits people hard, but colds and flus have always hit some people harder than others. I had grandparents die because they caught a cold and then they got pneumonia and then they died. Like, it sucks, but that's how life has always kind of worked. If people want to admit that this one was worse than other ones, then I say, then they're admitting that I got fucked with in a lab. Dueling. I mean, Joe, that dueling or like, I don't know. I just want everyone carrying. Instant justice. Think of all the fucking, like, did you guys hear about the girl in LA who got killed by this crazy ass man? They said he was homeless and he like went into her store. She was working alone and he fucking like stabbed her to death. And then they're like, well, he was out on $1,000 bail, which how is a homeless person out on $1,000 bail? First of all. Second of all, they showed his rap sheet and there was like literally 20 mugshots of this motherfucker. He should have been fucking in jail still. I mean, it would make sense, Vintage. It doesn't like, it's not hard to believe anymore, right? Like, it's not. What's funny is I've told people this before is the end of 2019, at the very beginning of 2020, there's all these articles about how there's this terrible flu going around and there's going to be a bad flu year, blah, blah, blah. It's all going to be a terrible flu year. And all those articles got like memory hold. And then everything was COVID. It's crazy. What's up, Pops? I was hoping you're gonna sign in, call me Corona, Mom. You might tempt me to get Corona, but I should. It's gonna look like I have a drinking problem every time I stream and I'm drinking. I just love to drink. I don't love to drink, but if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink. And they go down so nice and easy. I should just start drinking like pop. That would be it's bad for you, but a little better than alcohol. Let me try and find that guy's rap sheet. It was fucking ridiculous for that guy in LA. And the same thing with the guy in Waukesha. Like, he was out on bail. He had just gotten arrested for trying to hit his like girlfriend or something with a car, and then he gets out on bail somehow, and he had a rap sheet a million miles long. Like, trust me, I don't love the justice system in America. I don't think the prison system's perfect. Blah blah blah. I don't trust any of it to the nth degree. But if we know these people are fucking terrible people, and we have the system in place, why are we letting them out? Because even in Denver and Colorado, they let all these people out too, and then our crime shot up. Shocker. Yeah, I say pop. I'm a Midwesterner. LA. I know. I'm sorry. It's why is that such a big deal? When people say soda, I don't go, oh my God, you call it soda? Who calls it soda? Like, it's, whatever. Yeah, that whole guy in Waukesha, like, and then they were saying it was the SUV. And what's so funny about it, like, I don't love how they always try to dig into people's past, but if anybody who's like a white person, and they're like into white supremacy, that comes up right away. And this dude had black supremacy shit on his stuff, and they didn't bring any of it up. It was just, his car ran into people, and I saw that right after it happened, like right as the videos were coming up. Holy fuck, that was so scary, that car driving into that. I bet, Benny, I bet. I mean, why would they? I bet. I mean, anymore? Even there's shit that happens and the FBI meets with all these people. Like, nope. It's it's not hard to believe that it's all fucking planned out. Half this shit. Well, 98% of this shit probably. Yep, all psyops. Vintage. It's true. It's always projection. They're always like, everything's white, and it's like, maybe you're the white supremacist. I don't know. It's the whole soft bigotry of low expectations that pretty much comes from the left more than anybody. And it's like, you're literally saying black people are too dumb to get IDs. You're saying that. That's you, not us, not other people. You're literally saying black people are too dumb to do things. That's maybe you're the fucking racist. I'm gonna find this guy's rap sheet because it was just ridiculous. I'm not going to be able to get it. Oh, and I just pulled this up. There was a 14-year-old who was shot. Something else. Oh, here we go. Maybe I can show it here. His name was Sean Laval Smith. Pull him up. For that being you, you're a terrorist. Being you is a terrorist? What do you mean, Vintage? It is all social engineering. Everybody's smart enough to get an ID. This was even fucking Jim Gaffigan was on Joe Rogan this week, and he's like, well, I can just walk to a polling station, whereas black people have to walk 20 miles. And like, Joe didn't push him on it, but I'm like, Joe said, are you talking about rural people or what? Because who has to walk 20 miles? Like, they're people. It's like he was admitting he's a fucking racist himself right there. No, this doesn't happen on there. Let's see. Sean Laval Smith. This isn't the one I saw originally, but this is just some of his mugshots. Look at, there's 10 mugshots. That's just from 2013 to 2019. And then there's a bunch more. Yeah, I still haven't even read up on the Muslim hostages thing. Obviously, they're trying to memory hold that. And they're like, they like wouldn't say terrorists right away. But the January 6th insurrectionists, that was terrorism. They planned it all. Oh no, I agree optimistically. I've never been on the right either. I was actually more on the left than anything. But I've always thought it was stupid. Like for the last 20 years, ever since 9/11, like, oh, what color are they? Are they terrorists? The MAGA people did it, No, it's instantly a terrorism thing or blah, blah, blah. It's total facts. But they won't use it when it's real. And guess what? Guess who the biggest terrorists are? Maybe the government that goes and bombs innocent people and destabilizes a country for fucking 50 years. I don't know. Or destabilizes the whole region, not just a country. Maybe they're the terrorists, I know it's beautiful snow here, but here in Colorado, it's so pretty out. Hi, Colin. It's so easy to not be a terrorist. It's just so easy. You can just be nice. All my stuff's behind here. You like that classic picture, Stoner? Did you follow me back then? That one I had as a profile picture too for a while, but it didn't. And I did get a complaint on it once. I had to blur my 1 inch of butt crack. Good, great, Muda. Yep, optimistically, it's fucked up. If everyone hasn't read Enough Already by Scott Horton, if you didn't know he knows everything they did, obviously, but it's been fucked up since the 1950s. Look, I'm not a real artist. I was just kind of a joke because my other profile got banned. I know vintage. But in your profile, that was a while ago too, when they did that. But they let me just change it that time. But this time they're like, nope, you're suspended. Escape from Babylon. Exactly. It's not one side or the other. It's the fact that there's a fucking government at all. Luke, because I put a profile picture up that had uncensored breasts in it. And you can have hardcore porn on Twitter, but you can't have breasts or anything in your profile picture header. I know. I'm sure my current profile will get knocked down too. I don't. Whatever. Y'all just then follow me here, and then when this when this goes away, where mommy's still killing it in Colorado. It's THC. Just a retard. Retard's we've taken that word back. It's not an offensive word. Oh, I just posted some pictures, Colton. I know, that's why I said vintage. The message was like, you can't depict violence in your, I'm like the smallest, they're not violent. I can promise you that I do not have violent titties. Excuse me. I'm still a cougher at this. COVID. I know. Vintage, and not only is it like aggressive fucking, I mean, you can literally find anything on there. Like, I used to peruse the not safe for work Twitter side for a while. Like, you can literally find anything you want. Like, anything. And then, of course, you have the fucking child porn, and you can report that, but they keep that up, of course. Oh God. Aggressive. I should have a tag of that. Aggressive sex noises. It was just me sitting, and that's like the quintessential forest mommy picture, the one that got me banned, which was like sitting in a forest. I'll post it on the timeline again, and I'll censor it just because I don't want to lose followers. There are some prudes out there who kind of like the lewds, but if it's a little too much, I don't want to lose someone because of my titties. Chris, you can get fucking tranny, fun tranny porn, oh yeah. And Brandy used to follow me on my other profile, but she hasn't followed me on my new profile. I like Brandy. Brandy's the real mommy. Get back to me, go up. God. I'm not posting aggressive sex noises. Can't fake that. I could for money, I suppose, but I can't fake that. Nipples that you can, tiny little nipples in a far off picture. Can't have that. Thanks, Luke. I'm pretty down to earth. Colton, I was going to run some errands, but then it started snowing. And so now I was like, I'll just stream. I'm home. I'm not going anywhere. I'll go to the grocery store later when Mr. Force Mommy can drive. Not that I don't want it. I just don't want to drive in the snow right now. Passive aggressive. So I'm like, oh. Are you a terrorist? Well, Vintage, you might be a terrorist. We all are terrorists, you know. We're all domestic extremists because we like freedom. Liking freedom means you're a domestic extremist. So, whatever. Am I following you now, Vintage? I can refollow you. You just have to tell me where your ad is, or is it Vintage? Maybe I'll look that up. It's fine. We can all like talk to mommy from all around the country. The internet's great. I hate technology, but stuff like this, I like it for. Plus, it's all about me. It's all about me. Oh, I am following you? Okay. Oh, okay. I want to be where the extremists are. we should make a song about that. I've been thinking young lady. Sarah Ron Paul best boat. What would you think? I don't know about sending her stuff, but you could ask her if she's read Anatomy of the State. Post, yeah, he knows what's up. He knows this girl's got to be shared with the world. You just can't lock this down. Because I love everybody. I have a friend out here. He's cerebral pieces, but pieces like that's the astrology side. But he's been making some really cool like parody songs. Well, it's a really short book, so she should read it. Even Brandy Love, the porn star, read Anatomy of the State. I don't know. I guess you just have to like. Does she live a pretty free life? Is she pretty? Like, does she live her truth? Like things like that. I don't have to know that first. I know we gotta get. Hex said he'll write a song for me in his streams at some point. I said whenever you get the like inspiration for something, then you can make it. So he said he would, and then I pay it for it. I'll pay it for you. And thanks for watching, guys, because this helps me get closer to monetization. And that's what I would like. I want to get monetized so I can pay to go to all this libertarian stuff. It's a lot of work, a lot of money. I feel like it's easier to bring people over to the liberty side if they like want to live their truth or like, I don't know. It's hard. Brandy is super built. She's like, I have a similar body to her, but not the gigantic boobies. So that's what I would look like with gigantic boobies, I'm pretty sure. Although I'm not as muscular as she is these days. COVID took it out of me. I'm getting weak. I'll build it back. Exactly, Post. Those 24 packs ain't cheap. You just like, okay, that's a good idea. I do need to make just put videos up. That's a good idea. Good. And then you put probably good search stuff on there. That's good. I actually just need, I think I'm over 900 now. Oops, what did I do to this thing? Oh, it's about to die. Let me plug it in here. I gotta plug my little pen in real quick. Dropping shit everywhere. Today's shorts don't count. Okay, shorts. Okay. Good tip to know. Me and Emily are gonna do a yoga stream. I do just need to make more yoga videos. I'll do that. I'll do more yoga videos. Doug Nasty, what up? I think you're in Florida. Got Florida in the house now. Got Canada, Colorado, Idaho, Connecticut, Wisconsin, Mississippi. Did I get everybody? Florida. I gotta work on my yoga videos. They're a little bit short too, though. But I guess I'll record them on StreamYard, even if they're kind of short. Oh, Indiana, Texas. That's right. Texas, not Florida then. Sorry, no Florida people here are here at the moment. Only Texas. Indiana ain't that bad. At least it's still somewhat affordable. Is the market going crazy in Indiana too, with everybody moving inward? My parents are moving to South Carolina. I'm like, what the hell? Everyone's moving. Joe, I'll help you. Do you know breathe? Like breathe. Just take some. Breathe in your mouth. There's a thing called yoga breathing. It's called Ujjayi breath. It's kind of like you restrict in your throat. So you take deep breaths in, and then you restrict your throat on the way out. And it's like, if you just do that for a while, and it'll help. But I'm with you that you should be mad. You should be angry. Oh, look at you, Pose. You're been around the world. Wim Hof. I don't even know. I'm not that like yoga-y. I do have one certificate, but I'm not like great. But I want to teach people at least some stuff, you know. One hour and 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I'll make. They'll be like 5 to 10 minutes. I could probably make them. Good. Let those demons come into my body. No, Joe. The word retard does not mean disabled people. That we've taken the word back. It does not mean them. It means too slow, or it means like it's not like that. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, I have actually a colleague of mine, he's a broker with me. He lost his house, but they're going to rebuild. Actually, the only reason he kept that house and was living there is because the land was worth more than the house. So it sucks, man. I'm so thankful no one died. Exactly, Post. Yoga doesn't, like, you don't have, it's just more if you can just stretch. The best thing about it, because I don't do the religious aspect of it. My whole thing is when you're doing yoga, which especially in the hot heated rooms, which made it like more intense, but you're just it's meditating. You're focusing on holding your body and making your body do whatever. Like, it's just such a nice meditation to me, because you can just make because it's hard to sit and meditate, although we need to do that too. But like with yoga, I've always loved it because it's like you can just think about what your body's doing the whole time, and that helps keep your mind from wandering. Because I'm sure, like y'all, my mind wanders like crazy, and so that's why it's nice to like bring it in. And yeah, we've taken the word back. I'm sorry. So if those people think of disabled people when we say retard, that's them. That is their fault. That is them being assholes, not us. Good post. We should do like a group class just at my house sometime. Have a bunch of people over. There's a handful of people of us. Because I'm not allowed to go to my yoga studio anymore. So because I'm dirty. I'm a plague rat. Yoga's good. Stretching, and you got to keep your body moving. Even if you don't do any fucking physical anything, bend your toes, because toes are like the first thing that you lose your use of when you're an old person. It's like bend those toes, stretch those toes out, because it's hard to walk when your toes don't like have flexibility. I know I could put more yoga. You guys are inspiring me. I will do it. I'm on my period right now, though I'm not gonna do it till after that. Then I'll do it. Unvax Forest Mommy Rager. Hell yeah. You know, I've told this story before, but a girl who was a teacher of mine where I used to go, and I actually liked her. I would pay her to come to my house and teach, because it's just easier to have someone teach you. Like I can do it I can do like an hour of it myself, but it's just easier to have a teacher. And I paid her under the table good money. I was giving her $100 for an hour, and she didn't live that far, so it wasn't like, $100 an hour, and she was cool, and she was kind of against the whole COVID stuff. And then she eventually got her vaccine, and then now she teaches vax only classes. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm glad I gave you money to be a fucking like segregationist, for fuck's sake. Made me kind of mad, but to let it go. Namaste. When we have our Colorado dance party too, it's gonna be super fun. So you're gonna have to come to that. Yeah, massages are expensive here too. Like an hour ones with tip, you pay $100. Agree, Joe. And it gives like pleb, it gives it gives people in us plebs, gives them a chance to feel better than others, and a chance to like be the star belly sneech. It's like, okay, cool. You're cooler than me. You don't even have to like prove it. I don't care. You're super cool. I'm not cool. Have your vax only dance clubs and your vax only yoga studios. Like, who wouldn't want us there? Hello, like. Well, be careful, Colton. You're a little wild one. It's still snowing. I like these gray days. It's like a gray, snowy day. I like it. What else happened today? It probably is chemtrail snow. Because last night it got super foggy. Like, super foggy. It was a little weird. And I'm like, what's to stop them from, if they can do chemtrails, then what's to stop them to do that? Like, put it in the snow. They can seed the rain or whatever. Remember there was an article about like in Dubai they were rain or cloud seeding or something. There's been a few things where like there's been like articles that say that they are doing weather shit, which I mean those obviously could be fake. But what if they're not? I mean, once they can control the weather, and even if they don't control the weather, here's the thing, which they technically I don't think they can. If they could convince people they can control the weather, aka like climate change, how they're convincing people they can control the fucking climate, that's scary too, and that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. Isn't that snowing by you, Post? It's been snowing here like since like 10 a.m. Just like steady snow. It's a little lighter now, but it's pretty. Sorry you're not getting it. Yeah, so I knew cloud seeding was real to some extent. We learn stuff. Forest Mommy streams, we learn. This is an educational cast here. And it's the Forest Mommy show. Yeah, especially in Dubai. I'm sure they were like, is it sunny by you? Lucky. Well, no. I like the snow today. It kept me in. Now I'm here with y'all. I'm having a Forest Mommy supper club party tomorrow to go get stuff for, but I'll do it in the morning. I have to work in the morning too. Throw it all together. I'll teach you. Want me to teach you some geography, Post Owner? I'll teach you some Colorado geography. I know a lot. I'll teach you some cool shit if you want. I'm picking up sandwiches and I'm baking some cakes because we're celebrating some birthdays. So I will be baking, not cooking. I always pick up sub sandwiches from Firehouse Subs because there's one by my house. It's good and easy. It's an easy party thing. Oh, and we're making signs. There's a protest. If you're in Colorado, there's a protest on Sunday. Now I'm not gonna be able to make it, but we're still gonna make some signs and stuff tomorrow. Hopefully someone will take them. But there's a protest on Sunday at the Capitol on the west side for against mandates. I'm probably the same on both, Colton. I don't think I do one better than the other. My eyebrows are really off kilter today, man. Sometimes I put my eyebrows on and they're like so. Look at that. But this is how I look. See, they look better like that. It's all about the angle. Yeah, and like if you've heard of Castle Rock, right, Stoner? The rock on top of that little hill. If you've driven by Castle Rock. Oh, I'm sorry. There's probably the one government people I do like. Firemen are hot, typically. And they actually save people. Grinders. I get it. That's like the Italian thing. I wasn't gonna joke. If it wasn't a joke, I wasn't gonna judge you. You can not like whoever you want. Exactly. Well, so there's a town called Castle Rock in Colorado, and there is a little rock on it, and this rock is a very special type of rock. It's not found anywhere else. So they've named it the Castle Rock Conglomerate. And in the rest of Douglas County, Colorado, there's rhyolite. And so what happened was, if you know where Buena Vista, Colorado is, Mount Princeton. This is what they think. Obviously, no one was around then, but this is what they think. Mount Princeton was a volcano. We have a couple old volcanoes in Colorado. And Mount Princeton was a volcano, and all its like dust and ash went, and then it settled in Douglas County. That's how they got the rhyolite, and then something else happened that would get the rock. I don't know if there are silver mines down here now. I think there might be one nearby. Did they make a good tray? It's all about the tray. It's like, this is easy peasy. I call them. I need a tray. Boom. It's all about ease. I should check them to see if the price is better. Forest Mommy needs to be budgeting better. I'm gonna look right now if there's any near me. I feel like I've seen a sign more recently. There is one near me, but stuff closes and opens so much. When I lived in Fort Collins for a little bit, Post, and I remember I loved silver mines up there. There's one in Westminster. Hoagies and grinders. What did Bill Cosby call them? He called them hoagies, right? Is there not one closer? I feel like I saw a sign. No, I guess that's the only one nearby is in Westminster. Let's see. At a sign, payday, dirt from a property. Good. Do it. Soil doesn't spoil. I'm all about that real estate. Get out of here. Heroes. Yeah, heroes. That's what they're called too. I don't care which skull. There was one closer to me, but it closed. Okay, so that's what I thought. I'm like, I knew I thought I saw one. Let's see what there. Yeah, silver. Have you ever seen Silverthorn, the ski? Silverthorn actually does, not Silverthorn, excuse me. Silverton by Durango, Silverton. And like they do have a ski hill on Silverton, but the picture of it is like literally just a guy falling down a hill. I'll put up. No, I only have one wall of shoes. I could potentially make more walls with some more with my boots because my boots are kind of shoved in, but I can make a boot wall. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there a lot in Indiana? Is there a lot of oil drilling or anything like that? Y'all have a lot more water. Oh, Umi Bomber. I mean, I live in Colorado, so I'm not far from the Colorado semi-arid, and we're right by Arizona. There's definitely deserty parts of Colorado, but I don't live. I live. It's semi-arid where I live. There are actual like trees and stuff. Copper mine, yeah, copper mine. In Wisconsin, there was a lot of like iron ore mines and stuff like that. Monetizer, yes, stoner. I won't tell anyone vintage. No one reads the chats probably. I don't know if I could do a foot model stream. I'd feel silly. And not that all that I'm not into degenerate shit like that. I would just feel silly doing it like when I'm not in the mood for it. Okay, Umi. I didn't know. I didn't know if you knew where it's from. Oh, I gotta find the Silverthorn or the Silverton. Oh, look at that later. Silverton Mountain. It is. It's like not a great ski. It's not a beginner ski area whatsoever. It's pretty. Oh, logo. Here we go. This is the best. That's their thing. It's literally a dude falling down the mountain. Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, if people, I give a little feed on the timeline. I give a little feed on the timeline. Stop saying Corona. You're gonna make me want to get one. You're like training me. You're training me. I don't even need to be drunk. I would rather do stuff like that sober anyways. I like a little high sex, but I mostly like sober sex. So when you're too fucked up, you're like too fucked up, and it's just not fun. Thanks, Colton's giving me the shout out. Yeah. You don't want to see feet, you don't want to see feet. I don't know. I like them getting like worshipped a little bit. I won't lie. If someone wants to like kiss and lick them, that's fine. Some people are really into them though. Yeah, Post. He texted me the next day. He was like, "Oh no," like he's like, "Did I say anything bad?" And I'm like, "No, you're fine." Yeah, Molly can be good too. Yeah, if you can get hard. I mean, that snuggling feels good too, but it's like I don't know. I need a pounding. This isn't age appropriate, but yeah, drunk. I don't like drunk sex at all. His feet. He showed his feet too, didn't he? One time he showed it. I'm pretty sure I saw. They were rough. The homie need to go get a pedicure. That's what I should buy him, a pedicure. Good, Joe. Sometimes you get the cocaine dick or the molly dick or whatever, but not that it makes me mad. I'm obviously going to that situation knowing this is terrible. Where is everyone talking about this? I'm not this kind of person. I'm a good person. Although that's how you can get more views, I guess. I could just talk just a little dirty. Just a little. I kind of want to go to the Texas LP convention. So I don't know what's to donate me money. I can make it happen. Keep it together. I know. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. And you love it. You love it. Same Umi. Same. Well, then Thug, then everyone has the blue pill with them. They have the Molly and the blue pill. It's just, they're all prepared. You know, sometimes Big Pharma can be all right. It can be all right. You just got to have all the prep. It's like, if you like to do booger sugar, you like to have the Benadryl on hand later on. Just tips for mommy. I used to only do pot, but last 2 years. Exactly. Thug. I'm going to have some big life changes coming up. I can't say exactly what it is, but it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully by the summer. Getting excited about it. I have allergies. I think I'm allergic to my cat. Ever since I've had her for the last 2 years. And my doctor says, he was looking at my whatever the thing that hangs in the back of your throat. He says it looks like I have allergies. It's early. Why would I be doing that? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, whatever it takes, post. Whatever it takes. Yeah, I never got my tonsils out. That's the thing. But luckily, and I haven't had that. Like, I did have strep throat probably 20 years ago, pretty bad, but I've never had a problem with that since. Nice, Yumi. Hope it was a good time. I have my adenoids and my tonsils. I have everything except the teeth, the whatever teeth you get taken out. Yeah, and if you do it right, post, we know how to do our life through chemistry. That's the thing. That's why we'll let us decide what we put in our bodies. Like, we know what we're doing to some extent, you know. Yeah, when I had the strep throat like 20 years ago, I didn't go to a doctor, and and me and my boyfriend like kept giving it back to each other. I'm pretty sure for like 2 months, and it was rough, but and didn't have a problem since. So I guess my body fucking figured out how to fight that shit off. Oh, the Lucy in the Sky. Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. But he was also talking about drugs. Original equipment. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go as long as I can because I know I did get vaccines and stuff as a kid, and I've never been on prescription since. So you have COVID. I have COVID. That's why I'm so tired and lazy. That's the thing that's probably happening is people are like testing just so they can get out of work or be like, oh, I'm just so tired and lazy. I must have COVID. I'm gonna start using that line. Like, I just can't do anything. I'm sorry. I have COVID. I have COVID forever. Exactly, Umi. And when they have with our recreational stuff, no one can really be held liable, but we make the choice. But these people want to force it on us and they're not liable. Like, that's so fucking dumb. Exactly, vintage. I mean, I'm taken care of, but I also work too. I have to work tomorrow. It's got me my bubblegum money. Mommy needs her bubblegum money. Oh, nice, vintage. That's good. Do you like fix up ones do you fix them? My dad was a Maytag man for like 20 years. COVID got me, post. I can't do anything. Got the COVID, man. My Corona money. You guys keep saying Corona. Isn't that funny? Humans are funny. Bubblegum mommy. I like that. That's a good one. Isn't that funny of me? Like, when I think I had it, it made I could tell my body was fighting something because I'm healthy and I can tell, but I didn't get like a fever or anything. It was just like, oh, a little off. Had a little runnier nose than normal. That was it. But then I had taste issues, and it changed the taste of things for me. Like, that's all I had though. And that was 2020. Yeah, all the did she die? Almost died. The stepmom almost died from the COVID or the booster. Nice vintage. That's good to have. You'll be useful in the apocalypse. Good job. I know 2 people who went to the hospital now for the booster shot. 2 old ladies. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that the other day. I should try that. Someone said a round of ivermectin can take your the AD. It's can take your T's vet. The ADE is true. If everyone's never read, there's a study, especially on chickens and ADE. It was just from like the last decade. Like, this shit's real. The more you take, the more worse your body is. No, they're not dead. They lived, but they were having some heart issues, and they're older women, so they went to the hospital, and they're in the for both of them, they had to argue that it was because of the booster. They had just taken the booster. Like, the doctor didn't want to write it down, and he was like, luckily one of them's kid was with them, or adult son, and he was like, write that fucking down. Like, that has to be noted. And then the other one I forget, but they were able. The doctor tried to be like, no, it's I'm in the booster you just took 2 weeks ago. And it's just weird. No one in my family is that. My dad's not vaccinated. He had COVID. He still has antibodies. He's 72. Yeah, they are, me. No one wants to talk about it. But it's even just like common sense. Common sense would say the more you put something in you to fight one thing that's not a fucking, like, it's not cancer. It's not like a serious disease. The more you put in you, the weaker you're going to make your body. And, like, I know they'll probably pull this down, but, like, hello, the more and more vaccines we've had, and then the more and more people we've had with autoimmune issues, and I'm not saying there's correlations, causation, whatever, but, like, come on. And the more medicine people have been on, I mean, there are medicines that are for side effects of other medicines. So, like, obviously, some medicines make you have bad things happen. Like, it's so science, like, common sense. There are hungry dicks. Oh, I know, Post. He'll come back on again. I told him, like, we were talking about health insurance for a while, and it was funny. And then I'm like, yeah, the only thing you did say is that you do like when a woman tells you what to do. You did say that. Oh, that's good, Escape. Vintage, I wouldn't doubt it. Of course, they're trying to sell shots, because even my direct primary care doctor, when he was pushing it on me, and I was like, fuck no. And he said to get the Moderna. So I'm sure he's getting some kickback. Even as someone outside of the system, he's getting a fucking kickback. What are flavonoids? And then the graphene oxides, what's in the vaccine. And people are, like, allergic to that, right? Like, it's a normal allergy to. There's just enough people I know who have bad reactions to flu shots and all sorts of vaccines in their life that it's like, hello, you can't give everybody the same thing. You know what? It might. I'm not the person, like, who's gonna say these shots are killing everybody. Maybe they do work for some people, but when have we ever said, other than, like, water, what can all 7.8 billion people on the planet? Well, actually, babies can't even have water for a little while. So there are times when, like, not everybody can have the same fucking treatment. Like, oh, it is so weird how anybody can think this is okay. Anyone. I mean, I get why the elites and the fucking government, I get why they want it. But how people like us, like, how can anyone fall for this? And I don't judge anyone. If you get it, if you want it, that means you made the choice and you think it's good. But I think most people got it to keep their jobs, which that's coercion. That's not, like, choice. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. Microscopic razor blades in your blood. Like, I'd rather get it from cocaine or something, not that. Like, what the fuck? That sounds terrible. Sheeple going to sheeple. That's the thing. And like in life, we could all create our own reality, and like, and they've made it so hard for us now to exist within the system. The government's only pushing back shit. Exactly, Thug Nasty. They've had everyone's attention, and they don't talk about working out or eating right or eating or vitamins or nothing. They don't, like, that's stupid. And you know what? All the people in the public health departments, none of them are healthy anyways. They don't even fucking look healthy. Post. Yeah, you only drink Mountain Dew. I think so too, Joe. I really do think colleges did, not that everyone went to college was affected, but like public schools and colleges definitely did something. They did a number on a lot of people. Ooh, there's the oxide pool in your nut, in your ovaries and nuts. Germans are murdered. Oh God, that's not good. Let's see what else says. What? That's crazy. Of course, and then Mullis died too right before. Like, okay, everyone just died. Yep. I chose to be broken on my own at a young age, so I could live my, like, people don't even choose to sometimes suffer. Like, obviously, obviously every human's gonna follow the best path possible, and we do at some points. But there are times when you have to make a decision that you need to suffer instead of doing whatever you're doing, because whatever you're doing is hurting you more than the suffering you might have to deal with, which will only make you stronger in the end. It's supposed to stay in your arm. Like the vaccine's supposed to stay only in your arm. Well, I mean, obviously, I would go everywhere. Like, hello. I don't think pot just stays in my lungs. Like, whatever you put in your body can get everywhere in your body. It's duh. It's leaking. It just kind of makes sense to, like, I understand, like, it's scary to maybe catch a cold, but that's how we've lived for like all our lives, is you maybe catch this stuff. And they're like, want to purposely, whether it's not the actual cold, like you're purposely putting something in you instead of maybe having to deal with catching it and your body. Like, it's just weird. Hi, Freak. I'll watch it, Colton. Undo Big Red. Big Red the gum? Are you a cinnamon lover too? And no water. You know what I mean? Well, you know what's funny? I mean, tap water has all the birth control and shit in it now. Andros, not my pen go. I have a pen here. I'm completely in sweatpants and a sweatshirt right now, guys. Andreas, okay, I'll look that up. There we go. Hold on here, guys. Oh, the pot Big Red. Okay, got it. Joey B2. I'm a cinnamon gun lover. And no one likes, like, a lot of people are like, ew, cinnamon. And I'm like, what's wrong with cinnamon? But it sucks because it's hard to find. All they have is Big Red or Extra that I like. I just get the extra kind. I don't know where he is. I think he's sleeping in the other room. Exactly, Joe. That's what it's about. Existing and playing the game how you want it, like doing it how you want to do. We wouldn't all be so cool if we let other people tell us how to live, you know? And I know I look like a total basic bitch, but I chose that. Oh, of course, Umi. I'll look it up on DuckDuck. Maybe if I look it up on DuckDuck, it'll be a little better. I've always kind of thought that, Joe, even like with sometimes with therapy and stuff, people would like go get therapy, or people would always ask for relationship advice, and I'm like, Can't you just like figure it out? Like you just gotta like figure it out. But I know people need advice sometimes too. But I'd call the doggo, but he's deaf. I bet if I clap. I don't know. He's probably sleeping so good. He buries himself in a blanket and he's probably sleeping so good. Now I just woke him up. No, they're both sleeping. I'm sorry, Boosted. Is it about COVID stuff? Exactly. I mean, that was kind of my thing. It's like everyone knows in your heart what you really want, but people are fucking crazy too. So whatever. But like, if you're not super duper crazy, it's like you know what you want. You always have that initial gut reaction. Like people ask you stuff, and you're like, "What was your gut reaction?" And they say it, and it's like, "Well, yeah, then that's what you should do." I know, escape. Everyone's so, and every relationship is so different. Like everything's so different. The dynamics between you have two individual humans and their dynamics, like they're all so. It's just hard to give advice. The best advice to give people is to be like, live their truth. Be honest about what they want. It's more advice to them, I guess, how to be a better individual so that you know how to like better communicate and say exactly what you mean and mean exactly what you say and all that. Okay, Boosted. The heart gets what the heart wants. And you know what? And no one's perfect. Shit happens sometimes. Like life is how it is. We're here for such a short time. Like when people want to be drama, I can't stand the drama. I don't know how people deal with that. I've like never dealt with dramatic people. Just stayed away from them, friends or otherwise. But I don't have a ton of friends. I'm kidding. I have more now. I lost a lot of friends with COVID, but I gained so many because of COVID as well. So that's good. I need to, somehow I can make like a background that goes around my screen here. I need to do that. Bye, Umi. Bye. No, you poor baby. I don't have any of my own. But when I'm living back in the forest, after a little while, I'll get one again. Because there's a barn and stuff. But I don't have, they're too fucking expensive. I don't think like, I don't have any interest in paying a mortgage and a boarding bill. So once I can like have it on my land, then I'll have a horse again. But no one right now. I'll get me some little Mustangs, little quarter horses, and go riding in the mountains and go trail riding. I grew up with them. But they expensive. I was even like talking to my business partner today. He has 5 fucking horses. And I was telling him I want to get cattle first, like raise a couple of steer every year first. Cause I'm like, I can eat them. I mean, I could eat the horses too, I guess, but it's like shit hits the fan. I'd rather have some cattle around as my first line. So we'll see what we do first. They'll be the best cattle ever too. And yes, I'll be able to I won't butcher them myself, but I'll raise them so good and they'll be so healthy because they'll be climbing up hills and living in the forest and eating really good grass in the field. Like it'll be the best beef ever. I cannot wait. But then I'll get a horse too. But even the horses, like you could have a bomb-proof area and a horse will still fucking hurt itself. And the horse vet is expensive as fuck. Like the horse will be perfectly fine and he'll go accidentally like scratch himself on something and rip his fucking hide open. And then it takes him forever to heal. Like, oh yeah, get a donkey. Get little donkeys right by where I'm going to go, where I'm going to live. There's little donkeys. You need the little donkeys. But actually where I got my cat, the barn where my cat was born, that lady, she helps with a donkey and mule rescue. So yeah, I could easily get a donkey or a mule. They're so cute. Yeah, horses are derpy dogs. They're so derpy. But they're cool too. I'll be right by the National Forest. So I really want to go do trail riding up there. So it's like I need to get one. I need to get one again. Donkeys are so cute. Especially just little, they have the little mini ones. They're so cute. Like, and the little mini ones and these neighbors, and they had a little coat for the little mini donkeys. That was so cute. Like, then everybody cut it up. It was so cute. Ugh. And there's these old people who own them, so you know they fucking love them to death. They're like their kids. Yeah, horses. I call horses hay burners. So it's good if you can have, like, especially if you can have a field where they can graze a little bit. It's just like that much easier. Obviously in the winter you still got to buy a lot of hay and stuff, but if you do it right in the summer, you can just pasture them the whole time. It's so expensive. And they'll break the fence, and you gotta fix the fence all the time. But they're so fun when you're on a horse, man, and you're like, especially you're getting like, a lot of people don't full out gallop, but even if you're like cantering good, like in the mountains up a like beautiful trail, it's just like, oh, it's one of the best fucking feelings in the world. Best fucking, probably feels like how on, what's that movie, Avatar, when they're riding, when they like connect to the horses. It feels that amazing, I'm sure, in real life. But it's a really good feeling. And then the horse does something stupid and throws you off and like runs off and you're pissed off, but whatever. Worth it. I fell off my horse. The first time I fell off a horse, I was like 6. And I like, the horse turned and I just kept going and I like slid on my back. Hair sex? What are you talking about? Did I say something that sounded like hair sex? Why is my internet slow? I have it hooked into the Ethernet. Sorry. Yeah, like I'll get some yaks from wherever Q is. I know somebody. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. The hair sex vendor. I know this lady. Actually, she's up in Longmont. I was gonna sell her a farm. I wonder whatever happened to her, but she had bought Highland cattle and she bought yaks, and she was gonna cross them, but they were like the yaks were too wild, and so then she just had these like she never did anything with them except for just feed them. Yeah, Colton, I can remember most, like all my childhood from, a certain age up. I can remember younger than 6 a good amount too, but not a whole lot. But 6 on, pretty much I can remember everything. I didn't cut none of it out. But I also had a good childhood. Sometimes I was like, I would think I didn't, and then I'm like, Jesus Christ, I had a good childhood. Got to grow up on 10 acres. A barn in a beautiful area. And I can't wait to go back. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll fuck up your memory a little bit, hitting it. Or over drinking, or there's a lot of ways to do that. I don't think I've ever had a concussion, to be honest. Drinking Coors Light in the Rockies, you know it. Actually, where I live in Arvada, and that's close to Golden, where Coors is at. So this is Coors country where I'm at right now. I'm in Coors country. All right, my neighbor works for Coors. Like, this is Coors country. I hate Coors Light. That's why I drink Corona. Like, I can't. Coors Light and Bud Light taste so gross. That's why I like Corona, but extra Corona. Although I should start getting the lights probably too. But I don't like them. There you go. Talk myself out of it. Yeah, the Coors OG is that if any Coors you want to drink, it's drink that. And actually at the when you go do the tour, you can go do this tour. It's not a real tour anymore. It's like a thing you listen to and just walk. But halfway through the tour, you get a really, really super fresh taste of beer. And then at the end, you can go, then you get like 3 free drinks if you want. It's pretty good. But Coors owns everything now. And they serve Blue Moon and everything. It's pretty cool. Who doesn't like a beer tour? And up in North, they have North by you post the other one, Anheuser-Busch. They have the horses there sometimes too. But then we have a bunch of craft breweries, but then they all bought all the craft breweries out anyways nowadays. Corona, Heineken, and Shinerbach. I need to drink more Shiner. I like Shinerbach, makes a really good grapefruit one. I like that's like a light beer. I love that one. Oh, Milwaukee. or PBR. I would drink a lot of things before Coors Light, that's for sure. Sometimes I'll like taste a Bud Light or a Coors Light, and I'm just like, ugh. No, they own everything. There's so much now. There's so much the craft brewery. There's so much now. Like there's so much to choose from. Yeah, the Ruby Redbird. That's it. Lucky Boosted. That stuff's so good. I need to get me some of that. Drink some of that on the stream. So good. Oh, I bet the Jack Daniels place was cool. Like, and they keep that in barrels, probably, right? Like it's just a bunch of thing. All those porters. Hazy IPA. There's a grapefruit hazy IPA I like. I don't know what that means, though. I'm not a beer snob at all. I literally just started drinking a lot this year. Not a lot. Just drinking more this year. Everyone's gotten to see. If you've been following Forest Molly for like from the beginning, you've seen me, my mental decline. But I'm still here, still queer. I'm still fighting the good fight. But I've definitely gotten crazier. What are you gonna do? What else is there to do? Got the COVID blues. When COVID first hit, I lost 20 pounds. I was so fucking like, I was shivering like a fucking chihuahua. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I know it wasn't about what it was about. The government is doing things it should not do. We aren't turning back. Like, what the fuck? Yes, that's true boosted fat. Just normal life, man. And my normal life was so simple. It wasn't like I was fucking overdoing anybody or imposing on anybody. My normal life was not that much more active than it is now. It's just a couple things I like to do. I still haven't gone skiing because I haven't called. I got to check. But like a lot of the ski resorts, like you can ski without a vaccine pass, but you can't go into the restaurant. Like that's bullshit. Can I go inside to pee? Or am I allowed? Is there an outdoor bathroom for us diseased anti-vax people? Like, yeah, go exactly, escape. That's why I decided to go along with it. But yeah, so I normally go skiing, hot yoga, dancing. I haven't done any of that. Well, I did go skiing twice last season, but there was no weird vaccine passports. They let me go then. I was okay then, but now that everybody has the vaccine, stupid. Yeah, we did have mental. Well, especially when you're the kind of person that knows that there's not something right about what's going on. It's really heavy mentally. I don't like the word empath or anything like that. But when you know, like you've lived your life free and you know when something is imposing on you in the wrong way, like you know it. Nice escape. Well, I lost 20. Good job, Joe. I just saw that 160. Good job. Oh yeah, you said you were bigger. I remember that. Yeah, I lost 20. I did gain 10 back, but they're not like muscle. That's probably all fat. It's not muscle this time. I gotta get back into muscle. But I still weigh as much as I weighed like in elementary school, so whatever. If I do my yoga videos, that'll help me. That helps me do it even more. So I'm gonna do more yoga videos. You guys have inspired me. It is escape. I've loved that book and the nothing and the people who would throw them. If you read the whole book, which goes beyond the movie, like the nothing is, shit's going on right now that's very similar to that book and things that were happening, especially in the book. At one point, all these fools and idiots, like they throw themselves into the nothing because and I'm like, that's these people throwing themselves into the government control, like so stupid. Yes, they are cold. Mental scars are the hardest. They're definitely the hardest. Revenge, yeah. I get it, Joe. Boosted, drop 40. Adderall, yeah. I have a friend who she was like a good 100 pounds overweight, and then she was trying to be an actress, and then she moved back and went back to school and like actually got diagnosed and got on Adderall, and like she lost all the weight and she passed college. Not that that's a great thing. College is like whatever, but it's like good for you. Uppers, baby. Who doesn't love a good upper? And you're super productive. Adderall's nice because you're super productive. I was talking about this with someone else because, like, Ritalin's more recreational these days, I would say. I haven't had any in fucking ever, but. Oh, good job, Benny. That's why I think I've always stayed trim. I've naturally ate like the intermittent fasting. That's just how I've naturally, my appetite's been. And I think that's why I've always been so thin because people will be like, how are you fucking, sometimes I'll eat a fucking lot, you know? No reason, Colin. For what? For COVID stuff? Yeah, we just have to be healthy. I was watching the latest Part of the Problem where Dave and Robbie were in Boston, and like Robbie puts it so great. He's like, we just have to live our best lives despite the things we can't do, whatever. But like, other than that, we have to be as healthy, happy. Like, remember healthy, happy, shiny people? Like, that was always the thing. We have to still be the healthy, happy, shiny people. And that's the best way to like get back at these people, you know? Yeah, and it's just, I think you train your body to eventually just like, you only eat when you're hungry. That's what I feel like. And some days you'll be really fucking hungry. And then other days you won't eat, it won't feel like you ate much for 2 days. Like, I don't do the strict hours or anything, but it's like some days I don't eat much and some days I eat more, and just how it is. Why was he in the hospital? Did you say that yet? Exactly, because eating once a day is great. Then you can eat a big ass meal. I like doing that. Yeah, 3 meals a day is BS. Is total BS. I've never liked breakfast, the whole breakfast thing either. And I used to work out in the morning. If you're not fucking hungry, you're not fucking hungry. Unless you're, obviously people with body build, that's different, but. I'm not hungry, but I'm drinking. Cray. I was hungry yesterday, like probably a good 3 servings of chicken fried rice. It was so good. So good. What's nice is when you're a girl is once a month, you can be like, I need to eat more. Especially my body, because I'm so lean. I think my body like struggles to menstruate sometimes. So it's like, eat food. So I do. I used to love to do. This is dorky. I'm not like an Olive Garden fan, but I like the Olive Garden soup salad breadsticks. I would just go fucking pig out on that right before my period. Oh, good. Like, oh, that's so good. Like, I know, like, you can hate Olive Garden all you want, but anybody will eat the soup salad breadsticks. Sorry, any of y'all would. Like, anybody would. Not gonna, you're lying. You're lying if you wouldn't eat those breadsticks. You're lying if you didn't eat that salad. And you're lying if you didn't like any of those soups. That's the best. And that's all you can eat. You got to tip your waitress well, though, because it can be a lot of work if they keep going back and forth. Tip them good, but fuck, man. It's one of my favorite meals. I even like have like make copycat soup salad breadsticks at home. Ooh, yeah, green chili. I should have been making something today. I should throw the crock pot on, but I was being lazy and I didn't go to the grocery store anyways. Breadsticks, yeah, like you can buy a bunch of their breadsticks frozen and keep them at home. Just a little tip. Oh, the chocolate, I haven't tried a chocolate lasagna. Sounds good. Sounds real good. Yeah, I can fucking put those breadsticks down. Ooh, venison chili, that sounds good, boosted. But yeah, I dip the breadsticks in the salad and the soup, and I just eat them. Like, I could just go, oh, they're so good. It's crack. Totally terrible for you, but whatever. Everything in moderation. It's all about moderation. Colton green chili is basically like, it's made with pork. It's a pork base rather than like a beef base or anything. Oh, it's like a hawk outside. And you cook it with like green chilies, Hatch green chilies or Anaheim green chilies. It's made with like green chilies, so it's just more of like a pork chili with a lot more vegetables, a little more spicy. If you ever heard of 505 squirrel, I am a squirrel. I should kind of want to shut this little bit. There's a big hawk though. He went by. Not like the hawks around here. The hawks around here eat the cat, so I'm always watching out for the hawks. Chocolate lasagna and some coffee. Coffee's always good after a good Italian meal, not Olive Garden necessarily, but if you go off with some good Italian, some good coffee afterwards. There's this Italian place in Cherry Creek, Colorado, and I think they have one in New York. It's called Quality Italian. It's okay. It's a little trendy, but it's good. They have good food there, so. Yeah, Joe. You can't let them get away with it. I made like a basic post about Nuremberg yesterday. I don't think there's gonna be another fucking Nuremberg, but like, I mean, I'd like for there to be justice about all this shit. But like, I just made a post, and people were like, no, we're not having it. And I'm like, you guys are so autistic. Stop. Yep, can't stop, won't stop. At some point, my friend sells coffees. It's fantastic. I hate coffee and stuff. All right, yeah. Is it like a coffee brand? You can plug them. It's your friend. I know, Colton. That's the thing. It's Mother Nature. Although it would be nice if they killed the rabbits, but. Circle of Life. That's what it was. It was sad. I used to watch this cat eat baby bunnies' heads, and then he got killed by the cat or by the hawk. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. At a nice Italian restaurant, the coffee afterward is just, they make good coffee there. Rabbits is numb. I thought this cat was super healthy because they ate like bunny brains. As terrible as that sounds. I'm like, that's probably why this cat was healthy, because he would eat cat food, but then he would eat these bunny brains. And then he kept the bunnies out of my yard. And now there's bunnies all over my fucking yard. Like, I feed the birds out there too. And now there's like, I'll look out there, there's a fucking bunny, there's a squirrel. A lot of birds, but like, it's like fucking bunnies make me mad. And mice. There's a lot of mice out there from the birdseed, but they're not coming in the house. But even if they did, I'm like, maybe it would be kind of cool if my mouse got in the house, because the cat would be really into it. Like, she would chase it and like kill it. It would be kind of fun to let the cat get a mouse, but should let it happen naturally. I need to get more gum. Yeah, the brains are healthy. I gotta go grab more gum, guys. Hold on. Now I have Disney songs stuck in my head from everyone keeps mentioning Disney songs. Ooh, yeah. Fish skin and all. Yeah, that's where the good stuff's at. Yeah, the funny thing about that cat is the only reason I know the hawks killed him is because the only part of him I found was his head, his skull. The link didn't come through. Maybe you could send it to me on Twitter, and I'll bump it on Twitter. Maybe it doesn't let you put a link on there. It was very sad when it wasn't even our fucking cat, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. He was 18. He was an indoor-outdoor cat, so he was old for an indoor-outdoor cat, but we knew the owners. So when I found out what happened, told them, and they were thankful that like because he like lived with us for the last 3 years of his life because we didn't have a big dog, and they did. And I think he was like, "Fuck that." Head cheese wine hunting rabbits. Hell yeah. Yeah, Skip. He was wild. He was not a wild. I mean, he was obviously a cat, a normal cat, but he lived his life. I don't know why the Hawks wanted him. I mean, he was an old stringy kind of cat, but whatever. Yeah, probably in here they don't let you do links, but I can. I'm back. I don't know if it blanked out for you guys. It blanked out for me. Makes sense. I mean, they limit so much shit on everything. If he does post the link like in a funky way, everyone support his friend. I used to be much more of a coffee snob when I used to work full time. Exactly, Betty. It's like sometimes we got the good links to send, like whatever. I used to drink so much fucking coffee. Now I don't, so that's good. Now I do hard drugs. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No, now we're a dorky family. I like real coffee, real drip coffee, but since I don't drink coffee so much, it's like I can fucking do a K-cup, which I know is bad for the environment, but guess what? I've donated lots of time and money to the environment. So, and then it's just me. I don't make a lot of waste otherwise. Just being honest. People need to be honest. That's the thing. All these people like, you know how many people like, they say they're so weird about the environment, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, well, what have you done? Like, what have you done? It's like, shut up, go to work, or shut up. Everyone's like, we need to fix climate change. It's like, well, I've done shit. You can go do shit too. Like, you got a mouse in the pocket? Like, it's not that hard to go fucking volunteer somewhere to pick up trash or to do invasive weed cleanup or whatever. Like, exactly, the mask, all the single-use plastics from lockdown or from restaurants doing to go, like, it added so much waste. And you're like, no, you don't care about the environment. One fucking turtle with one fucking straw up his nose, and they banned the fucking straws. Now you got masks fucking everywhere. We've all seen, I mean, everywhere you go, there's masks everywhere. So I can only imagine, like, around the world and the oceans and shit. Like, so don't fucking tell me you care about the environment, because you don't. There's no honesty left. Exactly, Benny. It's like I can understand that I have an impact on the environment more closely around me, not climate shit. So I do things in my power to give back. Like all the people do, we need to do this. It's like those are the people who do not fucking do anything for anybody, you know? It makes me so mad. Not mad, because whatever, fuck them. But like if they're gonna make us make politicians rich to fix environmental problems, it's like no. So stupid. No one told me to go volunteer when I did. I just knew that it was an option and I could go do it. And yeah, it made me feel better. And I was helping do something. Like, most of you probably know when I stepped off that board. So they had me on a board of directors and I stepped down because they wouldn't let me go to the meeting because I'm a dirty plague rat. One of the guys had a fucking heart attack. And they were still like, Jessica, don't leave. Don't leave. And then like, because you're the right age. You're the age we need. And I'm like, well, you didn't let me to the meeting. So that means you didn't want me there. Like, it's just, people understand if you do that to some people, like, I'm not going to fucking go somewhere I'm not wanted. So whatever. Yeah, I know. Everything's so silly, Robert. And paper bags are so easy to reuse. I mean, the bags, if you have pets, the plastic ones are great too. But it was like, whatever. They just did the elites just did that so that they could have resources for them later on, probably. That is my guess. Because they have control of fucking everything. Oh, I'm sorry, Colton. Yeah, I was born 84. There was a time before the internet and everything when I was alive. 78. And the older I get, there was a point like in the early 2000s and stuff when social media was coming out. I loved technology. I loved that shit. I had a computer job. I loved it. Now the less of it I can deal with, the better. Because fuck it. As I'm live streaming. But I told you guys, I like this technology. I like it when it can connect people and have a positive thing. Like I've been able to talk to people all around the world on video. Like that's pretty fucking cool. I like that aspect, but social media driving, like that is definitely how the shit happened over the last 2 years. No one can convince me otherwise, but like the propaganda on Facebook, on whoever, if people watch cable news, like I know it. I know that Facebook is huge because I've been off Facebook for so long now, but I know like Facebook got a lot of people messed up in the heads about like monkey see, monkey do shit. I was making fun of people. I have an Instagram. I was making fun of people. I was like, oh, your Facebook friends tell you can't make a choice, you know, and they're like, stupid. Luckily, my Instagram now is like my old normie friends who hate me have kind of like slowly left. So I called a lot of them out. And then like I've slowly let in some more of my like Twitter freedom friends. So it's a little better now, but exactly, Stoner. Facebook did ruin families. I got doxxed on Facebook. It was because of Facebook. Stupid. I got off that shit. It's weird. And I know I don't know why Twitter feels better. I think because there's no like targeted, I know they have ads, but they're like, there's no targeted news story. Like I don't see news stories targeted towards me, I don't think. Only things from things I choose to follow. There's no groups where people turn into, well, they have group chats on Twitter where people turn into fucking little gangs. That's what happened on Facebook. Like people turn into fucking gang, and they're all these fucking like middle-aged mothers turning into fucking gangs on their Facebook group, calling like CPS on people and shit. Like what the fuck? People are crazy. I don't even have a life, and I didn't even do that shit. Like I got way better things to do. I work on being hot. It takes a lot more work. It's like so much more work to be hot than to be an asshole, you know? So like be hot, don't be an asshole. Improve. Oh yeah, those Facebook Karens are fucking crazy. Sorry, Colin. There's a handful of people in Canada, at least I've seen on Twitter. I was on a stream with a lady the other night. Yeah, they're on lockdown. It's all good. I mean, people wouldn't talk to me either. I lost a lot of fucking friends. Alternative lifestyle friends who are like balls in. Hey, Cyborg. Facebook just like turned the Karen that you like turned Karens on. Like even the people you wouldn't have thought were Karens, Facebook like turned them on. It like released the Kraken kind of shit. It like I don't know. Maybe that's what's gonna happen with the let's say what was I say about? Oh, like the shots. Did you guys see the shots things where it's like everyone they're gonna turn the 5G on. Yeah, they're gonna turn the 5G on, and then everyone with the shots is gonna turn into a zombie or something like that. I don't know. Anything's possible. Someone get Dickie. He's probably working. He's in Texas. We'll have him on again. Poor guy. It was so funny. He was just like slowly getting lower and slower. And he was just like this at one point. Yeah. I don't even know like the technology around 5G or why it's going to be crazy, but bring it. I mean, I whatever. Throw anything at us now. I don't care. Like, throw it at us. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm prepped. Release the zombies. It would be kind of fun. Could actually like, if they're legitimately zombies, you are like allowed to shoot them. So we could actually like use the guns and the ammo more than for just like target practicing and hunting. So I guess we have to. Oh, does the nap apply to zombies? I don't know. I don't think so. If they're coming to aggress on you, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. 5G is made to connect machines in the smart grid. That's why it's so bad, because it can't be good for humans. Okay. They're just like the regular red squirrels. We do have some of the black squirrels, but not down here, but in the mountains with the bunny ears. We'll see what happens. If it's military grade, and the military makes fucking everything crazy, so they can drop huge ass bombs in the ocean. Interesting. And there's already those people who say they're like, they can feel the electricity like all the time, which I'm like, I have a client who's like, no, that's not real. And I'm like, I bet I could kind of see that. Like, they're just very sensitive. I feel like I can feel things sometimes. I don't know. So exactly, Benny. Yeah, zombies, the nap doesn't protect them. If they're coming after you, you're good. Sorry, Colton. Sorry. Oh, here come the Russians. I'm being so racist. I always block the Russians. Which really shouldn't, because my dad's adoptive parents were Russian. They escaped Stalin and came to America, but, communism can totally work. I believe it escaped. It's stuff in the air. It's frequencies and waves and all that shit. Like, it's crazy. I have all sorts of crazy shit that I know. I feel like you can feel like engines, and I don't know. I don't want to sound too crazy now, but I don't put anything past anything anymore. Fukushima. Oh, next one. Yeah, Seamus, is it still snowing? Yeah, it was snowing here on the Front Range. It's still kind of snowing. It wasn't snowing in Greeley, apparently, but yeah, it's snowing here in the Denver area. So that's good. Yes, pills do. I bought a bunch of swallowable THC pills the other day. I haven't even tried them. Like, mess to see. Oh, God. Oh, okay, Escape. So that was the fog. It got really foggy last night, and then there was a snowstorm. Great. I didn't go outside in it, though. Hopefully it didn't get into me. Everyone needs to be very stocked up on edibles and everything. Being prepped is being prepped all around. Or what I need to do is get some seeds. I need to get more stocked up on seeds is what I need. I have a bunch of garden plants, but for marijuana plants, I have a couple I got this year, I think, off my plants. Was that a strain? Phoenix Years? I don't think so that I know of. I don't pay attention to strains very much. There was only one I could notice a difference, but I'm just too much of a pot. I'm just too high tolerance, I think they call it. I feel like I'm chewing loud. Sorry for the Canadians. Sorry. Pure oil whiz look like black off fucks up. Oh, how do you do it? Is it a vape, like that you vape or dab? Ugh. Fucking cat. You save a cat from a barn, and then you get. Okay, so like you would in like a vape pen, like this kind of thing. Something like that, and put it on a thing. You dab. You can dab oil too. You can dab. You can dab it. Post, does your roommate have the med card or just rec? Oh, eat it. Okay, that'll be good too. You can eat. You can eat it. I really like the Wana gummies. I've been a big fan of those since forever, since they came out. I really like the Wana edibles, the 10 mg ones. But it's nice. Yeah, the med cards are nice just because you can get a little more for your money. I didn't get no med card. You ain't put me on no lists. I bet that was good in Vermont. I believe it, Colton. I believe it. There's a lot of people who will even take like an edible that's nothing to me and they get fucked up. Like, so I can believe it. What up, folks? Welcome to the Friday afternoon random stream where I'm not drinking yet. Oh, well, good. Coupons are good, Post. Why would always save money? Or if they have like a loyalty program, like mine has a loyalty program, and I make sure like I use the at the liquor store too. I make sure I use. They're like, you have $1 off, and I'm like, use it, because I could die. I could die and never come back ever again, and there'd be that $1 sitting there. So always use coupons and stuff. All right, I'll look that up. Friday. Well, it's Friday. Extremist Friday stream. That's what we should call this. Yeah, we save money. You don't have to pay as much money. I mean, inflation's fucking all the money up and money's not real anyways, but, you know, better to have a little more in your pocket. I believe that, Robert. It's Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania is not constitutional carry then, huh? Are they working? I know Ohio's working on it. Colorado's not a constitutional carry. So I'm sure there might be something similar here then too with CCWs. Who doesn't like it? I remember, well, once I learned about the cannabinoid receptors, however you say it, was like, oh, pot was like, we evolved with pot or whatever, like whatever you believe happens, like pot is great, or it's a better health for humans anyways, even mentally. I remember thinking like the way Joe Rogan talks about mushrooms, I think about weed. It's like, it helps people slow down and think about your thoughts and be like, oh, why did I say that? Why did I do that? I'll be better next time. I don't know. It helps some people be self-aware. It doesn't work for everybody. I know some people they say it's bad. Doesn't affect everybody the same because of our receptors are different. Ugh, sorry, Robert. Our governor is a dick too. Our governor is awful. He acts like he's Mr. Libertarian. He's not. We have a ton of gun laws going up to legislation right now too. It's just like, ugh. It's terrible. There you go. So you know, folks. Everyone knows. This time, like in my life, I could do any of it anytime. Up, down, dab. I have my favorites joints though. I've never smoked, but you can like I get how people get addicted to smoking just because of that shit. Yeah. No, if you have a medical card, you can't buy guns at gun stores, but you can carry. Okay, Seamus. And I'm sure New Hampshire, the free state, y'all are probably trying to change that up. Probably, I'm sure y'all change that rule soon if more people move there. That's what I hear. Like people are like, oh, New Hampshire, there's still rules there. And it's like, yeah, yes, there's somewhere. If they're like, y'all are building this community and you're making changes, like, whatever. Exactly, Colton. And the less mixed up with stuff, the better. So if we could all just grow it or process it somehow, just kidding. A lot of it. And just being as natural as you can. But they've like put the fluoride in the water. I mean, they've made it so impossible, especially if you're on city water. Who knows what the fuck they put in shit, you know? Yeah, I'll crush it with my own feet. I'm gonna crush it with my own feet. Not have to worry about what it's mixed with. That's the thing. That's the thing. Especially with all this fentanyl now, for fuck's sake. Oops. Maybe I should start that'll be what I'll do, videos of me just crushing shit with my feet. Did someone pay for that? Should I start an OnlyFans doing that? Just kidding. Well, I could do this, but the idea of starting an OnlyFans and all the work it takes to look good and like take all those pictures, like fuck that. No. But I'll talk on the stream forever. Nice, Seamus. In Denver, mushrooms got whatever the word is, but just Denver. What's the word? Decriminalized. Yeah, you know, Buzz. No, and who thought of it? You think back then, like, who is the homie who thought of that? Like, that took the cocoa plant and was like, oh, we do this to it, then we snort it. Like, who fucking figured that shit out? Love it. Humans been trying to party since day one. Like, come on. Gasoline. That's what, snorting gasoline, huffing gasoline. What you talking about? Still snowing. Still snowing. I should instead of ASMR mukbang, it's just I'm sure that's already out there that people pay. Obviously, people pay for that already. Oh, gasoline. Yeah, fuck. Not good. Not good. Yep. He was in southern Colorado. He was in the San Luis Valley, which is how he drives back down to his place in Arizona. And they pulled him over, but they let him go eventually. So he was in jail for like the month. I need to have him on my podcast and explain it to him. He was in jail, or not a month, but like a week and a half. And then they released all the charges. I don't know the rules of that county specifically, but Colorado specifically hasn't decriminalized mushrooms. So they let him go. He was still getting some, like, I think he was still getting, they still want to like talk to him, but he like was at his home at his like thing. He had a bunch of, he had him in pills. He had a ton of pills because he buys them and takes them for PTSD veterans because he's a veteran and he has PTSD and stuff. So yeah, it was crazy. That was a crazy story for a minute. He said had just been in my town too right before he went down there. I was like, why didn't you call me? Yeah, call first, Mom. If you're in Colorado, if I can make a meetup happen, I will meet you. Yeah, and crack is different from cocaine. I learned that the other day. Like crack, they like mix with something to be able to smoke it. And maybe it's just someone was telling me on Twitter the other day. What was it? I think they said, why are we talking about drugs so much? This is a drug stream with Laura Slummy. I think they mix cocaine with like literally with baking soda or something and then do something to it, and that's what makes it crack. And then that's how you can smoke it because you can't like smoke. You can't do it with. I don't know. I don't know the details. I didn't major in cocaine. Hell yeah, but me too. Mostly work from home. Mostly. I gotta work tomorrow though. I gotta go out. And I am a real estate agent. So if anyone ever knows anyone moving to Colorado, tell them to call me. Drywall. That wouldn't surprise me if they mix it with drywall. I actually have a client right now I'm working with that found me on Twitter. And I'm like, oh, thanks for wanting to use me, even though you know I'm kind of crazy. And he's like, yeah. But I'm fun to work with. Oh, and this housing market in Colorado is cray cray. Yeah, yes, Miss. He kind of knew Johnny Hurley. So I don't know if it's the Johnny Hurley story. I'm in Nevada where it happened. I've been a pretty big deal about that. Actually, I have another friend of Johnny Hurley coming over tomorrow. I should stream with him too. Look on my YouTube channels too. I went to a Johnny Hurley rally, and his friends were so beautiful. The people in We Are Change are beautiful fucking people. Like the rally they did for Johnny Hurley was so peaceful and beautiful, and like his best friends were like, we forgive you guys. You know, it wasn't like the cops literally killed this dude wrongly, and like, you know, someone else got killed by cops and they burned the cities down, but this guy was killed by cops and like no one burned anything down, and like beautiful human being. Beautiful. I know, Benny. I'm like, you should stay there. That's like my parents have the place in Wisconsin. That's bug out spot number 2, just in case. And they're actually buying a place in South Carolina now too, but it won't be a bug out spot. But we got Colorado and we got Wisconsin. Yeah, something like that. That's what they boil it, because then that's how they can smoke it or something. I don't know. I never done crack. Stoner. Just use it. Just do it. Manufacturing. Are you in Colorado? Oh no, you're in New Hampshire, Dust. Yeah, I mean, well, we need manufacturers though. Like, and the more we could do it here in Colorado or in America, the better. Yeah, exactly, Colton. That's what I've heard. It's a different high. I mean, if Hunter Biden was laying in bed at 9 a.m. smoking crack, and I'm like, how are you sitting still? Like, so it must feel different than cocaine. Because cocaine, you can't fucking sit still. Hey, before I die, I'll try anything, right? Life's short. Who knows what the fuck else they're gonna do to us? So, and we got crack. Oh, I know who. We got what's his toes on Twitter is always joking about selling crack, although he hasn't been on much lately. Citizen Hush. I'm not gonna do crack. There you go, Simmons. Yeah, it's like you just gotta have the spot set up. I know someone who just moved. I mean, they moved to Missouri. I mean, I get it. What sucks about Colorado is it's not fertile, and there's not a ton of water. So that's the one thing. Like, you could graze cattle and have horses and stuff, and like livestock. You have to buy food, a lot of it, and then it's just not fertile. So if you have to either build a greenhouse, like a nice quality greenhouse, which I would like to do. That's in the plans, but you know, money. But it's just not fertile. You can't just like start a garden in the backyard, like outside the city. In the city, you probably could, but where I'm going to live, like, it's just not fertile. It's like clay, dry. East Texas, there you go. Stoner, you won't live in a crack mommy world. I have to stay pretty. Crack makes you ugly. And meth too. I'm not doing it. I want to look pretty still. I've already degraded so much over the last 2 years. I'm not going to be doing crack or meth. Unless it's Adderall. JK. Oh, his friend's coffee is dungeonbrewcoffee.com. FYI. I'll have to give it a try. Just look. Are they in Wisconsin too, Benny? If you're still here, Benny. If Adderall, if it helps, it helps. When I went to real estate school, which real estate school is really hard. It was like 3 weeks long every day. And I went and I took Adderall and it helped. I was able to sit. Normally I can sit in class, but I just would not take anything in. And like that'll just I like actually could pay attention. It's like I get why they help. I just won't get diagnosed for anything. Oh, Virginia. Okay, cool. There will be no meth mommy. Unless it's like mixed in with some Molly or something that I'm not doing that. God, this station is good. This is gonna get pulled down. I hope it still counts towards my like, stuff. My hours watched. It was really hard. Because I know it's a shocker, but I didn't go to college. I went to some college, but I did drop out because it was fucking hard. And I couldn't like sit there and like some classes were engaging, but so I was like, all right, I can do real estate school because I only have to go 3 weeks of class and then pass some tests and all that stuff. And I did. Hello. And now they're probably gonna take that away from me if I don't get vaccinated or something. Mushy mommy. I've had a problem with mushrooms over the last 2 years though. Like I need to have some friends, not better friends, but different friends around because it's like there's just too much darkness. There's too much darkness going on, and it was hard for me to get in like in the light. Yeah, college. I just worked. I just thought like working. Once I was working at 17, so it was like, why would I pay money to go to school when I'm already making money? And obviously, I in some fields it would make sense, but it wasn't going to make sense for me. I wasn't going to get my CPA in accounting, so. Oh damn, Colton. Technicolor. If it was laced, you did it. I mean, you can't. What are you gonna do? Well, it's cocaine. It's not crack. It was cocaine you smoked. See, I know posts. So I'm like, I need to. In the summer, I think I'll try and do a hero's dose in the summer. Just wait until then, because like the last time I had like a weirdly weird, not bad or anything, but it was weird. It was April 2020 when all this shit was happening, and it was like I was outside at my friend's house and like, it wasn't, I can't explain it. It was just heavy. It was just heavy. Like that's part of why I knew what was going on with all this shit. Like everything was just so heavy on you, on my heart, on my mind, on my soul. Like I knew this shit was not right. What was going on? And I was doing it with my friend who works for the government. We're not friends anymore. So I get it. Maybe that was part of the badness too from her. I don't know. You never know. Oh, nice pose. That's so nice of you. I heard the dog get up. I don't know where he went though. Probably hungry. Oh, it's 3:45. It's past his dinner time. Post, you do seem like a really good gentleman. You seem really like. Oh, just now, folks. Whoa, the boog. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna look. Those alt-right boogs. Might have the ATF block. Hello? Hi. Okay, drive safe. Would you want to do that if I just send you the list? Okay, I'll go take a picture of it and send it to you. Okay. Bye. I know, guys. Hold on. Well, he's gonna go to the grocery store for me. He's such a good man. Be right back. I'm back. Well, Post, guess what? Corona, mommy grabbed the Corona now that I don't have to go anywhere. Love it. All right, where are we at? Oh, the ATF. That's right. We need to go roast. Everyone needs to go roast the ATF on Twitter. Reload that bong. Do you have a big bong? So in our picture, you have like a big old fucking bong. Oh, good. Hell yeah, he is the best. Forest Mummy exists specifically because Mr. Forest Mummy is awesome. Oh, that's what did Spike? Did Spike say something good? Was it on Twitter where Spike said something? I see you, Phobia. This is so dorky. We're so dorky. Phobes, that's how it's supposed to work, though. Whoever's like out, whoever's home more does most of the home stuff. He was just coming in. He was like, I'll just stop on the way in. But the rule is whoever's at home most does the like home things. That's my opinion. Clean the house, cook, but it looks like it's the ATF headquarters account. I'm not married, and I'll never be married. So take that. But whatever, if people want to get married, that's cool. Oops. Oh, Bub's good. Congrats. Well, I wouldn't say congrats yet. She could say no. Just kidding, though. Well, then you can at least get on her like health plan or whatever. Or get on whoever has the better health plan. If you are into that kind of thing, I'm not. Lock that shit down. It's truly Rebecca. Yeah, who doesn't want like as long as you like we can obviously it's normal role has been a woman, and man taking care of the woman, but like if you can like keep house, do some work from home, do the home things, and like someone else can pay for it, like who wouldn't want that? Who would, especially if you could like have animals and stuff. I'm not married. I'm not officially married. Okay. I'm sure you'll say yes. 7 years, you're good. I've been together 12 years. The 7 year itch. You're in the 7 year itch. Yeah, you need to do something if you got a marriage type. I wear rings like I'm married too, but I'm not technically married. It's just easier. And actually, technically in Colorado, I am common law married, but I didn't sign anything, so. They probably will do that, won't they? But then, like everyone who's anti-government will be like, well, fine, I will just get married at my religious with like my community or whatever. Fuck your government license. Married to the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game, right? Oh yeah. Are you Asian too, folks? Or are you gonna have cute little mixed babies? Yeah, you do. Family. It's important to families. And my dad has wanted me to get married, but my sisters got married already. Like they went through all that. So I'm like, no, I don't need to do that. You don't need to pay. You don't need to pay for that shit. Your what is? Oh, you got cute little mixed babies. Cute. But ain't exactly stoner. That's my thing. I'm his beneficiary anyway. So as long as I'm around, we're all good. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. Yeah, I wonder if are Vietnamese a lot like I know Korean culture is a lot like they help kids, they pay for kids to get like go through college and get to school, but then by the time the kids get a job, then they have to like take care of the parents. And are Vietnamese like that too? I don't know much about Vietnamese culture. Doesn't she cook good Vietnamese food? You should be making her cook Vietnamese food, barely. You'll make cute babies. Some of the ugliest people in the world have made really cute babies, so I wouldn't worry about that. That'll be a happa. You're gonna make a happa baby. I agree, Phelps. I agree. There's definitely has to be that like I took care of you, especially if they really do. Like if your parents fucking don't take care of you, then that's one thing. But like it works great. That's like my plan. Like my parents are still with us still. They're moving all around and like but at one point they won't. And to keep them out of home, we have the basement at the Forest House is gonna be like old folk home. We're gonna take care of them. So no, Post. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't know everybody. I don't know everything. Checking every year. It's too bad. Ooh, good, folks. That's good. 12.79 or pho. I have a lot of friends outside my culture, but my man's white. White born. We're born. I am Italian though, so I'm a little bit black. And Hex is giving me my black card, so mostly there. No, Post, they did not have that lesson. And actually, you have to very much not even talk about race or anything like that. And now, I don't know if you guys saw the realtor.com. They're like, they won't even put, because I always put like the crime stats and stuff, but it's making people look bad. And it's like, well, you're taking that off. But you can't say anything about anything as a real estate agent. You can't steer nothing, which you shouldn't, but be very cognizant of that. I know that would be really good right now, actually. Nice and spice it up. Make it nice and spicy. Oh, so much work. It's fucking good. It's really not that. I mean, you have to make a good broth and then have this stuff to mix in. So I guess it's not. I've never tried making it, but I should try and make it. And noodles of some sort. It's probably not that hard to make. I wouldn't make it as good as a Vietnamese person, obviously. But and if I tried to make it, is that appropriating culture? Am I allowed to try and make it? I don't know the rules anymore. I feel like the beginning of lockdown, someone said that there was like an Asian restaurant that like there was white people owned it, and people were like, "You are appropriating their culture." Or even if people ate, I don't know. People are fucking dumb, man. We'll have to have a celebratory party for you when you get engaged, Bubs. An engagement party, but online. Getting married and getting divorced just seems like so much work. This is so much work. I bet, yeah, the broth is probably like very carefully well done. What'd you see, Pose? Did you see my sweatpants? What did I do? I don't know what I did. I'm not 100% appropriate. Sorry. Oh, you saw that story I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about me. You were talking about the story. Okay. There's a handful of those. And people are like being dumb enough, even going inside and like harassing people and like, you have a fucking life, man. That's me saying that. I don't even have a fucking life. Like, these people, how can you not have a life and you want to disrupt people or make things hard on people or make things harder for people or harass people? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, get more lazy. I don't know if you know Liberty Thought. Someone who works at the gym she goes to was trying to like cancel her. It's like, get a fucking life. Why would you? Why? It's so weird. People are so weird. When I got doxxed, I was just like, holy crap, people are fucking weird. Like, really fucking weird. I know, Post. It's okay, I got it. Must be lagging. Hell yeah, get that VA loan. Hell yeah. Hey, man, like, if it works, it works. I think if people are going to have kids, it's probably good to, you know, to like, you know, have at least a contract of some sort. That's what I feel. I'm just like, I don't have much stuff, so, and I don't need a consolation prize if ever anything were to happen, so I will be fine. But you can just write a contract too. Like, if it's not about the like benefits and stuff, you can just write any contract for anything. Like, you can just be like I'm in a housing contract. It's like joint tenants, whatever. Like, people can be joint tenants without being married too, and they're equally owning. Get that VA loan. Right now, I'm like, drain the fucking government as much money as you can. I don't even judge people for being on unemployment unemployment is a little different because we all pay into that a little bit, or employers do. But like, take everything we can from it right now. I wish I could qualify for stuff because I would totally would love to. Everybody should. No judgment from me. I have people coming over tomorrow and I'm so excited. Freedom, people. Rent is theft. Everybody's rent is theft. Fucked up. Own a bunch of shit. I am in real estate. Ain't nothing wrong with like a landlord who owns a couple houses. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Those are like the good landlords. My parents have a house. The people were behind on their rent in 2019 and they're just leaving now. So, and they're like little people. They're not billionaires. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm thankful for when I rented. Like, I never thought that. It was so weird. I never thought that when I rented, I never thought like I hated that it cost money and I worked, but it was like, it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the rented stuff thing. You know, well, Colton, what'd you buy with it? Was it silly stuff? I never got it. Thank God I never had a credit card. So mommy's debt free. No college. No debit or no credit card. Which also I don't have any credit, but that's okay. I'm not buying anything. PS5. I don't know. Do you play video games, Colton? I'm not a gamer, so I don't know. I mean, pretty much here too, Colton, but we're trying. People are trying. Like the median home price in Denver is like, I don't know, the average price. It's around a little over 500,000. Yeah, it is worse up there too. The money's different. The stream I was on with a lady, she was talking about that, like just how expensive the houses have gotten up there, and they're not even like good. Hell yeah, Stoner, that's all you need. You got all your bases covered. We're all like, simple life, baby. Simple life's the best life, in my opinion. That's why, like, I never got into debt. So I was like, then someone has something over my head, and do I really need whatever it is? I can drive a shitty ass car, like, whatever. When I found a man, anyways. I didn't even know. I didn't even know men can like buy you stuff. I didn't even know that till I was like 26. And I was like, oh, okay. Where are you at, Randy? Basic stoner laugh. Hey, it's easy entertainment, you know? What are you gonna do? That was my whole 20s. I was so broke I couldn't do shit in my 20s. So I smoked weed, and it wasn't like that money was what made me broke or anything. It was like, and I had the best life. I loved my life in my 20s when I was broke and with my ex. Like, I liked that life too. I don't know why people don't like the simple life. Yeah, cool. And that's what I was going to say. Like, if it was for survival over the last thing. Oh, yeah, Central Illinois. I was born in Chicago, and I don't know if I can go back to Illinois, Randy. I'm sorry. Even the countryside. Do it, Boost. Yeah, I'm in it to win it now. It's 4 o'clock. I can go for a while longer. Get my shit though. I got plenty of Coronas. I'll have to work in the morning, so I can't get too fucked up. I know Dickie. Maybe Dickie will pop on too. I don't know where he is. Dickie was hilarious. He was so drunk. Like, he was so drunk. That was hilarious. It could be an early Corona mommy night. I just have to get up to show houses and get ready for a party. I'll be able to bake a cake. Actually, I need to order something while I'm on the phone with you guys. Sorry. Yeah, we gotta get him back on. I wonder how many he had before, because it didn't take very long, and he was like done. It was hilarious. He was out. He was done. He said in the messages he sent me, he said he broke the bottle. He like broke the bottle of whatever he was drinking on the floor or something. And I was like, oh, you were very drunk. Baking cake, mommy. Yep, I'll have to bake cake. I'll probably buy one and bake one so we have enough, and so like one will be good, just and for backup. Yeah, because he was drinking scotch. It was strong. That's strong. He was drunk. The best part was when David said something about like women telling him what to do, and then Dickie's like, "Oh, yes, there is nothing better than a woman telling you what to do." So funny. That was the best part of the whole show, honestly. No, just kidding. No, actually, the best part was when Quincy got shot or was by a shooting. Like, what the fuck? It'll be chocolate of some sort, Colin. If everyone didn't see Quincy, if you know who Quincy is, BBWs, he was like, he's in a small town somewhere in Colorado. And there was this like, you fucked my wife fight and like a literal gunfight. And he was right there. It was so funny. I mean, it was a scary, but his play-by-play was hilarious. Yes, it's the Queen's English. Oh god, that was a funny day to stream. That's why I like streaming. I like the random shit that can happen when random people give up. Yeah, I know. He went back to the bar. He's so funny, but it's like it's a small town, so what are you gonna do? Like, of course that happens. Sometimes like weird, like I feel like this is my life too. Like weird shit always happens in my life. Like that's fucking funny. Oh, Quincy's the best post. I've met him in real life. We've hung out in real life a couple times too. Like he has you laughing. Just the way he talks, and he's got all sorts of stories too. Like that guy is like, it's great. He's got the best persistence. Oh my god, he's hilarious. Thank God we found thank God we've all found Q, and that's the experience Q in our life, you know? He's a cool dude. I do love that he went back to the bar. The play-by-play was the best. He was like, oh, the wife showed up. Oh, shit, she's fighting with his sister. She headbutted his brother-in-law. That's the world I want. That's the world I want. Oh, thanks, Muda. Are you on Twitter? Do we follow each other on Twitter? Did I ask that last time? I apologize if I already asked that. I think we do. Right? Because we were maybe, yeah, I think, yeah. Q's the best. Poor guy's like, his internet's not the best now. Yeah, Post, exactly. Everyone just loves him. They're drawn to him. One of those people you just want to be by, talking to, listening to, you know. Just good people. Good people. Sorry I play with my hair so much, but like I just like to. R.I.P. Louis Anderson again. Cheers, Louis Anderson and Meatloaf. Yeah, we do, Muda. I gotta buy my tickets still too. Are you staying at the hotel? I kind of want to. I don't need to, but I kind of want to get a room to party that night because libertarians party fun. We party hard. We have a good party, but it's a Best Western, so it's like okay, we won't party that hard. But if there's a lot of us there, it'll be fine. Hold, please. Hello. Hi. Okay. But well, it's like on that one thing that yeah. Whatever flavors, cheddar, the ones you normally get. Okay. Okay. Nope, that's it. Yeah, because I'm gonna probably stop there for the get together in the morning too for some other stuff. So no, grab maybe they'll have more bananas then. They're out of bananas. All right. I'll see you when you get home. Odi Ure. Muda, I made a good friend on Twitter who's living in Ure right now. If you want me to hook you guys up, he'd probably love to hang out. He would probably love to hang out with you. He lived here in Denver and he just moved down there, but he's really liberty minded and fun. And I don't know you at all, but he's a cool, fun dude. He used to be on Twitter as the Denver Hawk, but then he kept getting banned and then he was like, fuck it. So I haven't seen him lately. Just see him in person though. I know, where's the bananas? Who bought up all the bananas? I always just get a tray with like a mix of everything. Stoner, just like turkey, roast beef, ham, wheat, white, whatever. That's all. Nothing interesting on that front. No bananas. I know it looks really good today. Sorry. Sorry to be vapid, but some days it just looks really good. But it's totally angles. It's all angles too. Banana Family would be a good band name. Yeah, okay. So don't find my room though. My room will be the party room, I'm sure, Muda. So don't. It's the worst. That was how Arizona was. It was a little bit cray, but it was so fun. My room's always the fun room. Although the rooms that in Arizona, the hotel was super fucking nice. It was like you couldn't help but party in them. They were fucking nice. Bananarama. I still want to find if I can. I feel like there's a way where I can make the comments, they automatically will stay up for like a certain amount of time. Nope. I have to click more than a couple buttons to figure it out. I'm done. I'll probably have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop at 5, so we'll have to go make some dinner. Oh, good, Muda. I'm glad you can come. It's worth it. And you got the early bird pricing, so $50. So it should be fun. Dave and Robbie are gonna be there, so it'll be fun in that sense. And then Robbie's, I mean, they're hopefully going to do a show or two in Denver the day before or the day after, and then probably up to Steamboat Springs. Robbie's going to do a show up there afterwards too. Might go skiing. I'm born with it. I'm born with it. No, just kidding. I diet, but I'm mostly born with it. Yeah, conference parties are the best party. Everyone just like wants to get fucked up and hang out. I want to hang out with people, especially like Twitter people. It's just fun to hang out with people you've seen on Twitter. It's just fun. Or Keith Knight. Keith Knight's awesome. Keep talking. I'm gonna stay on for 45 more minutes if you guys keep talking to me. I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy. That's what I'm making tonight. We should talk. Cause I hate talk. Like, what do you? I could talk about myself a lot. Is there anything you want to know about me? I feel dumb. No, never mind. I didn't ask that. Yes, well, the Twitter peeps are just as crazy in real life. I'm exactly how I am. Thought how she was. Like, she's the same way in real life. Like, yeah, making some buttermilk biscuits. Good. Oh, shit on a shingle is good. I haven't had that in forever. It's so easy to make, too. My mom used to make that all the time. That's good. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do in Texas. Everything's good in Texas. I've been to Round Rock where they have that huge fucking donut. A big-ass donut. Yeah, post. It's got to be the right. Crazy as in, when I say crazy, I mean like people who are themselves, who are like not, they're not faking crazy. They're not faking being normal. That's what I mean. Say when people are like, have a facade. It's like, just fucking be yourself. And then now let me judge if you're an asshole or not. Like, whatever. I have 2 older sisters. They're married and they're like 10 years older than me. Yeah, I can't fake crazy. And you know, some people are just a little much. But it's like, whatever. Then you just like choose your time around them. Like, it's fine. Like, let people like get so mad at other people. It's like, just let people be who they are. And if you want to be around them, you want to be around them. Not voluntary association. It's very fucking easy. That's what I hate about online is like people will be like, think they have to follow you or like they have to read everything you say and then be mean to you. It's like, fucking, if you don't like me, why are you following me? That happened a while ago. A girl was following me and she was always mean to me. I'm like, why the fuck are you following me? You're gonna be mean to me all the time? That's stupid. I'm not mean to you. And I wasn't. I was actually very nice. But whatever. Bake cake, mommy. That'll be tomorrow. I'll bake it. A big talker. She seems sweet. I don't know. Everybody is what they is. I think she had corona right now too. I don't know, Colton. They're shorter than me. They're like 5'2" and 5'3", and I'm almost 5'8". We don't look alike at all. I actually look more like my brother. That's just how it is. I don't look as much like my sisters. They look very Italian, or they look more Italian, and I don't look Italian. Do you have any hot sisters, Colton? Do you have any hot sisters? What's the movie Go? I don't know that movie. I'll look it up. Italian, Mamma Mia. Yes, I'm so Italian. I might even have my great grandpa probably ran wine for Al Capone. We're like 98% sure. Go. Movie. All right, Boosted. Boosted, are you on Twitter? I can send you the link on Twitter. No, they're not blondes. They're darker. Well, they're like dirty blonde. But I'm dirty dumb. I'm more blonde. But they're definitely darker than me. You're Boosted on Twitter too, right? I'll send you a link on there. You can come chat with me for a little bit. Hold on. I don't understand how to do it, so I don't know how to send you the link. I don't know how to chat singly with you. Are you on Twitter? I can send it on Twitter easier, I think. I do. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can do it this way. No? It says like in private chat, but it's like, how do I private chat? That's not it. Okay. I'm going to put my earphones on too. Oh, there you are. Hold on. Sorry, it goes so slow. Okay, send you the link. Give me a second. I ain't nobody. Give me a minute. I'm the youngest too, Colton, so you know it took him a minute to. Hold on. Hello? Salted. Sorry. Grab two. Okay, bye. All right. See if Boosted shows up. I'll have to watch Go now. Bunch of movies. Exactly, Benny. And I'm youngest by, well, my sisters are 10 years older than me. My brother's only 5 years older than me. I don't know why they kept going, but they did. Thank God. Because here I am. And I am very different from my whole family. Even the whole Italian, like the whole big Italian side, I'm completely different from them. Oh, you're the oldest, Phobes. So you're the bossy one. You're the bossy one. Oldest is always bossiest. Just kidding. I'm sure you're great. Oh yeah, no, she's funny. I need to learn sign language and send her something. Sweet Babylon. Yeah, my mom's side is all Sicilian, except for my grandma. She wasn't pure Italian, which that was like blasphemy. But my grandpa wanted out of the whole Italian mob shit, so you had to marry like a less Italian woman to get out of it. Apparently, Italians are awesome. I like them. That's the only I know that side of my history. My dad was adopted, so I don't know that side, but I know his adopted parents' history. Make sure it showed up. I know it's a shocker. I'm the youngest too. Yes, you're the black sheep, Colton. That's what happens. Oh, there you go, Mike. Okay. I can go for a little longer. Maybe come back tonight later. I don't know. Unless y'all have really cool plans for a Friday night. Hell yeah, Phobes. Although now I have to go to the bathroom. As soon as I start thinking about it. I can't find out what my dad's side is till after he passes away because he doesn't want to know. Oh, there you are. Hold on. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm trying to get my mic working, camera working here.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I can go for a little longer, so I'm glad you jumped on the Forest Mommy stream.
Yeah, sorry. Just participating down the chat.
Yeah, it's all good. Why not? That's what I like about this. Like random people jump on. It's kind of fun. I like it. So tell us about yourself. Welcome.
Native Texan. Been here my entire life. Just third generation, I think. But mechanical engineer, nuclear engineer, just taxation is theft.
So that's it. Easy peasy.
Logic.
Simple. Yeah,
I'm not a Democrat.
We believe everything we believe is just like the logical conclusion. If you
walk
that's
the
what
path.
I feel like. Yeah, and I can see why people believe certain things. Sometimes they say, yes, I understand why you believe that. But if you follow like the logical thing, and maybe it feels weird or maybe it makes you feel like you're not, but like you have to follow the logical thing. You have to. That's why we all call ourselves out all the time and shit. Oh yeah, I remember. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all just about asking why. It's root cause analysis.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, someone's saying Sleepy Joe. Is this Joe? Is he talking still again? The president? Oh, like a kid tells everything to go back. Oh yeah, that's true. That shit was so sad the other day. I couldn't watch all of it. I don't know if you watched Biden talking. It was terrible.
Stoner, was that to me? Whataburger, In-N-Out?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Whataburger's owned by Chirac now, so it's out.
China?
No.
Or what?
Chicago.
There's Chirac. Oh. Who owns it? Who owns Whataburger?
It's some bank in Chicago. They sold out.
Too bad. It's good to know. Do they have In-N-Outs in Texas yet? Anyways,
there's some. There's not many around where I am. I'm not going to divulge more specific locations. I'm going to keep myself as just in the state because the woke mob exists.
Right.
And Valiant.
That either.
Valiant. I had to get some nuclear modeling software from that lab back in college.
Los Alamos. Oh yeah, Los Alamos has a thing down there. I live right by Rocky Flats. Have you ever heard of Rocky Flats in Colorado? What they used to do?
Been a lot of places in Colorado, mostly just ski resorts.
Well, Rocky Flats, which is like not far from Denver, they used to make plutonium triggers, and that's what they did
So it's
for like
thermonuclear
they did
weapons,
forever and ever. It was private company at first, and then the department DOE took it over, and then the Clintons shut it down in like towards the 90s. So it's not there anymore.
If we could go back and actually make Yucca Mountain a thing again, we could fix all the problems with actual reactors and power reactors and waste storage. But Harry Reid, shit canned it.
Well, and I've heard, and like, so my partner was a fireman at this Rocky Flats, so he was a very well-paid fireman because it was a federal job. But like, yeah, he was saying like the air scrubbers, the air would come out cleaner than the actual air it would go to. Like all the, when you burn, like you can do all this stuff now, like and clean shit up, but they just buried it. So it's a super fun site, but they just they buried it all,
Well, technology's been around to make reactors far more efficient and safe since the 80s. They won't do it. They won't touch it because the PR is such a nightmare. Fukushima happened, and then everything is just out the window. God forbid people actually look at the design of the reactor and why it failed.
Yeah, it's true. It's terrible. I feel like I live too close to this site, but then a lot of people who were working there ended up going down to Los Alamos. That's why I brought that up. Because the Clinton shut it down, so people obviously who weren't ready to retire still wanted to work for the DOE, so a lot of them moved down there.
No, I got the degree and just walked in. Fukushima happened like the year after I had my degree, and so I'm just like, that's not happening. So I just stick with mechanical, and
You're smart, man. Like, you might as well use that shit, make some money with it.
Yeah, make money while they deport our jobs overseas to Indian ears.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. That's a real thing.
I mean, that's what are we gonna do? Globalist fucking shit's gonna happen anyways, isn't it? And
not unless we go like really hardcore nationalists, like no, God freaking forbid, lost the name. The Roosevelt guy who had all the parks. Sorry.
Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy. We needed to actually go out full isolationist and just take all of our stuff and bring it back inside. But that's not happening.
No, and it's not like I love the idea of but then nationalism or whatever. But I'm like, if we want to take care of other people, we got to be not as a human, as an individual. You can't help other people unless have helped yourself and you're healthy and stuff. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing as a country? We're like fucking retarded over here, and we're trying to help people out and shit.
Because we've become a nation of drama TV shows, voting people based on how dramatic they are versus what their qualifications are.
It's true. Like all the housewives shows. For Christ's sake.
That's what people expect in politics now. Is they want to vote the most dramatic person who's going to bring the most entertainment into politics versus, again, qualifications.
Well, they win Emmys. Cuomo won an Emmy last year, for fuck's sake, and shit. Like, like what the fuck? Like, of course it's all theater to them and shit, Oh, looks like Kim is fucking with nuclear weapons again. Did North Korea do something today? I didn't see.
They're saber rattling as usual because we have a weak president.
What is it? What's the word you say for rattling?
Saber rattling.
What does that mean?
So the sword, a saber, they're just rattling it because they can.
Okay. They're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. So nobody's not going to do shit, so they'll do whatever they can, whatever they want.
It's all weird. Everything's so weird too. Even like some people don't believe that North Korea is totally how it is as far as like the people are treated, and then like it's like I don't.
They have a social structure there in North Korea where it's a caste-based system, and it's all based on how close you are to the capital. The more trustworthy you are, the closer you're allowed to live to the capital, and the more bonuses you get, and the less trustworthy you are, you're sent out to the outskirts. Right. And it's all to make certain that no one gets in.
Yeah, because there's that. Did you ever listen to the interview with Yao Ming? I think it's Yao Ming Park. She was on like Michael Malice, and she's been on Joe Rogan. But apparently, she escaped North Korea, and like has these crazy stories. And then people were like saying, "No, she's lying. That's not true." Like, but I'm like, I don't like. How do we know? It's like it seems like she's pretty believable. Like, I don't know.
How do you know what anybody's saying is true? How do you know what I'm saying is true? Everyone's a freaking liar these days. No one has any ethics or morals anymore. It's
That's
been
true.
sent down to us, powers on high. We have nobody to actually respect.
That's true. No, yeah, being a good, respectable person isn't what gets you good in life, basically.
Notice, right?
Yeah. It's good for us. I mean, for in our plebeian life, it works, but it doesn't, like, they're making it not work for us anymore. Basically.
It's the reason why I follow Elon so much. Elon's one of the few people who's actually dreaming and trying to advance us. He's an actual leader doing something good with what he has.
I hope so. Well, I mean, you've done work for him, so you probably know better than I know.
They're one
I
of
like
my
his sense of
favorite
humor.
accounts. They're one of my favorite accounts.
I like his sense of humor. So
yeah, always do your own research. The problem is, Stoner, is that a lot of people don't have the intellectual capacity to go through and do the rabbit hole effect and find out, what actually happened to inspire policy. They don't want to go. It's not sexy. No one likes economics. No one wants to read, or realize that Microecon 101 price floors create shortages and price ceilings create surpluses, or vice versa. It's not sexy information. And you have these stupid horsemouth idiots like AOC who come out who have economics degrees, but they don't know shit.
I have a colleague who got her economics degree and she doesn't know shit. I love her to death, and she's going for her like doctorate in it or something now. And I'm like, oh, I love you.
I graduated with engineers that I wouldn't trust, navigate themselves at a wet paper bag, let alone actually work a machine and make chip and make parts. No.
So many people have gotten into positions that they don't deserve, and it's all about being, because I remember this, I had a really cool job when I was younger, and I was like, God, I don't really belong here. And like, I don't think people don't think that. They're just like, oh, thank God I'm here, even though I'm not qualified or whatever. And unfortunately, it's in the government and like important positions nowadays.
And they'll never get fired.
No.
I work with several government facilities that, I've got people that I don't trust. Again, I won't quote them anything. I won't trust them with censors. It's just like, no, you don't get this. Give it to him.
Good. Phobes mentioned something about, the North Korean people apparently don't have a word for friend. Like they have no concept of like friend.
Tovarish, comrade. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only one.
It's designed that way to keep people from creating tribes.
Right. And like, because you want it, because they have to tell on each other all the time or whatever. And like,
it's hive mind or nothing.
That's so shit. Like, thank God we were born when we were born. Like,
in that regard, I will give Obama credit in terms of calling, the winning the lottery in terms of where you're born. He's correct. I mean, we being able to live in this country, speak our minds freely without any consequence, as long as we're not harming anybody else. I mean, it is a absolute privilege to have.
Yep. And there's like nowhere to go from here. So that's why we're all kind of like,
Mars.
That's why we want to protect it to some extent, because it's like, there's nowhere else to go. I know some people are going to Saipan or something, but it's like, okay, we can't all fit there. It's an island. Like, we could all, like, Mars. We need to protect Texas or Mars. Yeah. I don't know about that, man. I hope I'm dead before that happens.
We're going to Mars within the next 2 decades. It has to happen. Right. We have to expand out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is heavy. It's heavy shit, man.
It's truth. I mean, just macro perspective. We need to see.
Well, I know the elites have been wanting to do that anyways too. Just
they're gonna stop it.
Oh, you think they'll stop it?
Oh, fuck yeah, they can't.
I thought they wanted it.
No, they can't control it. It won't be a money pot for them. They can't tax it.
Well, okay, that's true. So they'll just kill us all off so they can use the rest of the resources here, basically.
Or they'll use the advantages of getting to Mars in order to harvest the resources off that planet and or the asteroids, and they'll just let everybody else watch The Expanse on Amazon Prime. It's a fantastic show. Okay. It's very, very good about predicting where we're heading.
Gotta write this down. I have a note. I write all this shit down that I have to look up later. Where'd my pen go? So how are you in the part of Texas that's cold right now?
All Texas is cold right now.
Is it? Is it all cold?
Oh. Yeah, we're sitting. I think everyone's in the freezing temperatures tonight.
Oh, I hope it all sticks together.
Oh, it's not bad. It's only going to get like the high 20s. It's not even.
And they had all year to like fix everything that happened last year.
They didn't do shit.
Of course.
If they wanted to do something, they'd expand out South Texas Nuclear. They'd expand out Comanche Peak.
Well, right. Clear.
But no one will fucking listen. No one will listen to logic.
No, because windmills in the sun. Hello, that's it. That's all that we need is windmills and sun, and it's all. Like, what?
Dependable power. How does it work?
And it's so dumb because I was talking about this earlier with environmental people who want to be like environmental, and I'm like, they're like, we need it, and I'm like, go.
Uh-oh. She crashed in nets.
Making politicians rich for, like it just gets so old.
Even Abbott here in Texas sold out to ERCOT, and they didn't do anything with that money except expand out non-conventional, unreliable power sources that when it freezes, oh my god, and snows, their solar panels stop working. Who knew? And
was it solar panels or the windmills that stop?
No, so it's actually when last year in February when it froze hard, it was a combination of a multiple bunch of factors. In fact, they actually had one of the reactors at STP go down. It wasn't a bad shutdown, but it was an intermittent, just preliminary shutdown to make certain that something else doesn't happen. But it was that coupled to wind turbines reducing their output, coupled to solar panels not having everything they needed to have, because snow and ice. It was a multitude of factors, and the fact that Texas is we're not winterized. We have power lines overhead. We don't have subterranean power lines. We don't need them, honestly. It's just mismanagement of funds as usual. Government. Who knew?
Yeah. Shocker. Because I'm like, there's windmills in fucking Minnesota. Like, obviously they can handle cold, but obviously the Texas ones wouldn't be made to handle cold. But
it's not that. It's the turbines have so much waste. It's unaccounted for, undocumented waste. They pollute in terms of the noise they create. There's no animals around those things, especially offshore turbines. The fish leave. They don't sit around those places. We have some
windmill farms here in Colorado, down in Calhoun, Colorado, and I was showing houses down there, and we looked at some houses because they were super cheap because they were right there.
The whooshing sound sucks.
Yeah, you can hear them. You can hear it all, and it's just feels weird.
Go down to South Texas, and it's just nothing but fields of wind turbines, and most of them aren't even connected to the grid yet. They're just sitting there static because they don't have the copper to connect them up.
And so then they'll get used, and then they'll have to go bury them. I've seen those pictures where they just bury the used parts and stuff. Because what do you do with it? I don't know. Have you seen that picture?
Oh yeah, the turbine blades themselves are fiberglass. Yeah. They're fiberglass and resin. You can't recycle them, and so there's some companies said that they're going to start making, I don't know, some freaking railroad ties or some shit out of them by chopping them up and masticating and regluing them. But they wind up burying them anyway. So you can't process these things.
I feel better about the pucks, the cement pucks they make from radioactive waste. That seems better to bury or whatever.
Even then, you don't need to insulate radioactive waste into concrete. You can use casks, and the casks they're train proof. They literally bounce these things off of automotives going at full speed to verify that they're structurally intact. And then there's a process for certifying the nuclear spent fuel waste casks, and it involves bouncing them off a train, then submerging them under 30 feet of water and setting them on fire, making certain that they don't at that point they have no structural integrity failures, and they don't.
I believe it. And the fact that we're not doing it, it's just, yeah. Well, everybody's you're actually educated in this stuff. You have people dumber than me saying uh-oh, he's gotta go. Hey, I'll make dinner at 5.
I'm just wanting to bring some documentation to verify that I actually do know what I'm speaking about.
I believe it. I heard someone, I forget who it was, I think it was someone who was on Joe Rogan. He was like, the amount of nuclear waste for each human for a lifetime can fit in a cup. Is that right?
Kind of. So every 18 months, you have to refuel a reactor just because you drop below a threshold where it just becomes relatively inefficient. It's about It's about where you got about 77% of your actual fissile material left, and it's difficult to hit the targets just because everything becomes scattered because everything that was worthwhile has been degraded or split. So you want to refuel about every 18 months. They do it just on policy. This is like what they determined back in the Manhattan Project when they were developing reactors, and it's just been the standard because mil specs, right, or government specs. And so they refuel it, and they just pack the spent fuel rods away and let them sit in pools for 10 years, and then put them in casks and bury them. Actually, they don't even bury them; they sit them out in the yards with protection. But what they could do is actually build recycling plants and bring back that 77% of actual fissile material. And they could expand out our reactor capabilities for centuries.
Damn.
Literally. I mean, we could, if we allowed Gen 4 breeder reactors to become mainstream, where we're actually using fast neutrons to create plutonium, you create more fuel than you spend. You could expand our nuclear fuel capabilities for millennia.
Oh God, do you think humans will last that long? I guess if we go to Mars, we're going to need that stuff, huh? We're going to need that power.
Tribalize. It's all about if we don't tribalize. We can't. If the human race can actually get together and work together and not politicize and tribalize, maybe
culture war bullshit.
But that's true. We have these holes of like China, for example. Russia, the USSR, they literally eliminated out the intelligent people in society because they were a threat, because they could see what was going on and counter it. The same thing with what happened in who was the dictator in, was it Singapore?
Mao?
Not Mao. Mao was China, but they took all the educated people and they murdered them all because they were a threat. And then in Russia, they took all the people who actually could make produce because they had land for so long and they knew how to do it. And they took all the land from them and redistributed it to people who had no idea what they're doing. They all starved. Who knew? So it's these black holes.
Pol Pot.
Pol Pot. Yes, that's correct. Yes, yeah. It's these black holes of intellectual knowledge that are created by these tribes that shun people who know what they're doing, know what they're talking about. And that's kind of the reason why I go anon on Twitter. Just because I don't want people to know that I know this shit. Because God forbid some of them realize, and the people who I work with, I can't get shut down.
What are you sipping on there?
It's gin and tonic.
Okay, good. But I don't know if you saw if you were watching the other night, I had a guest on. He's British, but he lives in Texas. But he lost it. He was just like, he crashed out. It was so funny. Oh, bless his heart. Anyway, sorry. We can keep talking smart.
The problem is I'm combating Adderall, so it doesn't really affect me that much.
It's like the upper downer. Yeah,
it's the balance, but it's.
I know all about that balance.
I gotta have it for work because I have to keep all this shit straight, and otherwise it's impossible.
I get it. What else you want to teach us? Do you want to? I have to get off and make dinner in like 15 minutes. But then do you want to come back a little later? Are you doing anything tonight?
I got nothing planned. I'm just warming up chili.
We'll still go here for 15 more minutes and then like an hour. Take an hour break.
I can smell it, so I might have to go check on the temperature.
Oh, okay. What kind? Is it got beans in it? Beans and chili?
No, that's stew. Blasphemer.
My chili is more like a stew. I put veggies in it too and stuff. So yeah, it's a good day for chili.
Yeah,
it's a good day. Well, at least here it's snowing here, so it's
probably not snowing here often. No, we get
maybe
once a year we'll get an Ice-Mageddon, but that's about it.
This is weird. Everywhere's cold right now, and like Kentucky's getting all this snow, and North Carolina's.
We had a double blaster of a.
Did you say something?
Has Tanner been fed?
Not fed, but he has been out. Sorry. We're organized. No, go ahead.
We had a double blaster of 2 Canadian fronts back to back. That's why everyone's cold. And there's another one coming through.
It's weird. Global warming is so weird how it works.
Funny how it works when the sun kind of like goes down on its, perigee and then everything cools down for some reason.
It's just weird. This is weird how that works. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like everything's new now. Everything that we thought we knew, it's all new now. So
the one thing that I learned through engineering, we don't know shit.
We don't, and that's fine. Like, I'm fine not knowing shit. Like, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I'm sure like people like you who do know shit probably don't. Like, you see how much we don't know.
I see how much I don't know, and I'll tell you, even from me, answers beget questions, and there's never an end. Even in nuke, like just basic, macro nuke, neutrons, protons, electrons. You start going sub nuke, and you start getting to bosons, quarks, and it's just no, thank you. I love it. I love the standard model. I love quantum, but it's just not too much math. Even for me, too much math.
And it could go crazy, probably. Like, you could, like, Large Hadron Collider finds things we shouldn't be able to find, kind of stuff. Like,
no, we should always seek to find it. It's just trying to manipulate and control it. That's a different situation.
That's true.
We can barely control neutrons. I mean, we only do that by bouncing them off hydrogen atoms.
Is that a bomb? Is that a hydrogen bomb?
No, that's an actual fissile or fission nuclear reactors. The way they moderate neutrons, they slow them down by bouncing them off hydrogen atoms, because it's the only atom that's small enough to actually not plastically but elastically rebound neutrons. So the neutron hits the proton of the hydrogen atom, and that takes a little bit of the energy out of it, releases some gamma particle or gamma rays, and then the neutron bounces back slower. And it has to be within a certain amount of energy before uranium-235, which is the actual fissile fuel, to capture it and then split. And
Okay.
if you don't make it within that certain threshold, it just bounces off.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Or does other things, like uranium-238, for example, which is the more common isotope of uranium on this planet and the universe for all intents and purposes, is a fast neutron fertile material. So it will enrich if it captures fast neutrons. So you want to have neutrons not bounce off hydrogen. You want them to bounce off something that's much heavier, and then go back in, and then uranium-238 will grab that neutron, and it will actually undergo a decay mechanism and turn into plutonium-239. And then plutonium-239 will actually then grab neutrons and turn into 230. It goes into uranium-238. I don't remember my isotope chart, but it undergoes these different isotope changes, and it winds up being plutonium-240, and that's your renewed fissile material for fast neutrons.
Okay.
So you can breed material to actually make more fuel.
That makes sense. Not the like major detail, but I get that. Breeding material to make more energy. I get that.
Stoner, I'm trying to stay away from the math. I'm just trying to stay on the concept level of things. You don't want the math.
I didn't major in math, although I the only school I did do was accounting. So I do know math, but not that kind of math.
Is hardcore calculus and DiffQ.
I did in high school. I went through trig pre-calc, and that was fucking hard. So that was enough for me. Like, yeah. No thanks. Or it takes you forever just to solve one thing. Like, no thanks.
We had exams where you had one equation. That one equation was 5 variables. Each one of those variables was a rabbit hole to go through to calculate out what that variable should be. And you could finally multiply together just to get your criticality level of the reactor based on all those factors.
That's crazy. No thanks.
Yeah.
And I like auditing and like that kind of stuff, which can take forever, but at least that's real. It's like real, you know what I mean? Like, it's real numbers and real.
And nuke is all stats. It's all statistics.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm trying to find that that equation real quick so I can show you how difficult that shit is. It sucks.
Stoner's brain exploded. Stoner, are you gonna come back on later tonight? Come back on. We'll learn more shit from Boosted.
And I would have gone my master's to this shit, but again, Fukushima. But it's not worth it because there's no jobs. There's so much government red tape. It's fuck it.
To get a master's in.
No, to actually go into nuke and do anything with a degree. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, you can't do anything with it. They don't let any new tech into it because it's all written into standards. bringing something new in for any kind of measurement or quantification or qualification just doesn't happen.
And the government just controls all of it too now, anyways.
Yeah, Department of Energy, yeah.
The DOE. The damn
Stuck in the Stone
DOE.
Age because of the government.
It is stuck in the Stone Age. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna cut us off now, but in like an hour, I'll send you a new link. Okay.
Sure thing.
Everyone who's watching now, we'll be back to learn more about nuclear a little bit later. I have to go do my wifey shit. All right, everybody. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit, Boosted.
I'll be back.